Hey guys, and welcome to The Mysteries of Selindor, episode something, 21?
22.
22.
Close.
That's right, we could drink last week. So, last week, the team traveled further along the path to Selindor and then came upon a massive wall of mist. And we're told that that was actually the outer borders of Selindor. In a very painstaking journey with hand holding and separations of little burbs being chased by scary creatures. They did manage to find their way into the bright turquoise colored mist and out into a bright forest.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, T-Rex came and saved them because they were going to get edited.
Wait, did SETI just get glasses?
Well, I was gonna wear them because I can't see shit, but they're real dirty, so no, Seti did not get glasses.
The team walks up with Caliendo in the front, and he walks them up to a small peak within this forest. Looking down out, you see bright sunlight ahead of you and a massive tree rising up into the sky. And at this moment, Cal says, "Well, welcome to Selindor."
Oh,
Got a
Right.
bit dicey at the end there.
Yes, I lost contact with all of you there for a second. Behind, I think we all made it though, right?
yeah, we're all here.
Grim brought the pets. The pets are both here.
Yes, it was rather frightening actually, with all the hand switching. I was scared that I would get lost, honestly. But luckily, thanks to Oren, I was brought through. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
Oren?
sorry about all that. I
And,
feel like we should have been expecting it.
Again, Bropsy, I'm very, very, very sorry that I let go.
It's not your fault, Cleary. There was a big evil monster.
Right. Well, I shall try to improve.
It all worked out
So-
okay, but yeah, I'm worried about
Grim did not see a monster. Grim only heard a big boom.
Well, not usually big booms in the fog, but it is what it is. Well then, welcome to Selindor, everyone. As you can see, it is a very marvelous place, and you look out and mostly you're just peering through the trees, and you can see that there's fields that just scoop down into the distance, and you can see even what's probably miles away. It's actually 25 miles away, but you can still see the way that it swoops down and then drops off. You can actually see a sort of empty crevice in the distance before you see this massive city rising up onto the roots of this tree. That it's just a twist and gnarl of wood that in the center is just glow and then mist pouring off away from it. It's quite the sight. The air here is just filled with little wisps and spirits and light.
Thought he was going to say nutrients.
It's a 0.5% opium, so
Keep everyone in a
Thanks.
haze.
I need that today.
Woo!
Sounds good.
Opium!
Bropsy's
Well.
on board.
we could probably
Perhaps
make
he's,
the
inhaling all of the opium. Good times.
Yep. You see she's slightly fluttering with her
In
little
through the
wings.
nose, out through the mouth.
It's just smoke comes out of your mouth. It's really up to you how you want to do this. I know it's still early in the day. We could probably make it to Selindor properly, if you'd like. I will need to hold on a moment. And you see he pulls out what looks like this really intricate medallion. And he clicks the very center of it, and there's all these runes and different things in this sort of circular pattern to it, and it just kind of opens up, and you see these just colors of mist are twisted around. He says, "Oh, right. So overhead is on the south side of Selindor. Currently, we have entered on the west. Right, so we've still got quite a bit of journey ahead of us to enter properly. Last thing we want to do is go through a different town to make our way into where we need to be in the Nexium. That said, we can do anything you like in the exterior before we go in. There's currently there is a hot springs nearby if you would like to take a bath.
Yes.
It's
go.
going to be about 10 miles south of here.
Is it safe?
It should be. It's under the dominion of the Brass Tower, but it's very nice, lavish. It's called Onsen Town, and it's filled with hot springs. Very competitive industry there, actually.
That sounds lovely, but 10 miles is a pretty long way if it's out of our way.
Well, it's not so much out of our way. We could shorten our distance by heading straight to the southern section, probably about 25 miles from here, or we could make 10 miles south and then another 15 miles east. So the difference, realistically, isn't really much, because we're sort of going in that direction, more or less, but it would probably save, I did the math wrong, but basically we'll save about 5 miles of travel if we don't go.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't think there's a rush to talk to people right now, so we should probably clean up a little bit first.
I'd feel better, talking to people as soon as possible, but also I'd feel a lot better with a bath.
My last bath was in the swamp.
Why?
Does that even count, though? Like,
I believe you get dirtier in the swamp.
I wouldn't mind a hot spring.
Why do you want? What is this bath?
He like wiggles, like I adjust, and you just see between some scales, like not pool, like
Yes,
the kind of like
perhaps,
green pool scum.
If you'd like to wait, you can wait till there's a personal bath to have. Not sure they would allow someone of your degree of dirtiness to enter an open hot spring.
Grim will not be in the hot spring.
I mean, don't these places you rinse off first and then you get
Oh,
into
yes,
the
of course,
spring?
but there is a limit to what those are capable of accomplishing in one.
Well, okay, I
Do
mean,
they have the
who's-
mud baths? You could take a mud bath.
No, Grim has too many friends. He is worried about losing.
Right. Well, you're welcome to travel
No.
with us there, Grim.
You know how long it takes to grow some of these?
I'm
Like just
wondering-
this moss? This moss took me weeks to grow.
Well, that's a very special talent, friend. Meanwhile, whenever you're ready to get started
Harry.
moving.
Do you think if we used prestidigitation on him, it would get rid of all that stuff, or would the moss survive but the dirt go away?
Well, I don't think that that spell is particularly capable of removing living things. Just
Liz,
dirt,
why would you
maybe.
hurt it? Grim is, you must, in order to understand life, you have to become one with the life.
I am alive.
No, this life here and the mushrooms.
I
There are
guess-
various stages of decomposition. It's
So
all
you're
very,
dead.
very important. No, Grim is
I
not.
usually don't like hearing the term decomposition to describe a person, but you'll get along great with some of the residents of Selindor. Now, anyways, shall we
We shall.
get moving?
To the hot springs.
Okay, so you guys are going to make your little jaunt. It's about 10 miles. Shouldn't take but a couple hours to make that journey. You could work at an expedient pace if you wanted to get there sooner, but I imagine there's no reason to take it fast.
Yeah, what, 3 hours?
I just got gored in the stomach, so I'm not rushing.
Okay. So as you guys begin making your way south, you see you're walking through this dense forest. And to the left, looking out onto Selindor itself, you can see just, again, this bright sunlight and this beautiful expanse of fields and this massive tree. But walking through the forest itself, it almost feels similar to walking through the Lurkwood as you did prior to now. But you see there are trees and huts that are near one another, melded together, almost like what the Grimbulala village did. You see that there are creatures of different kinds, including what does appear to be a couple of grung. You see larger frog-like creatures, more toad-like, that are hanging around in the same basic areas, and you can see that they're dredging small ponds looking for fish. Beyond that, down you see fields of tepid water, and you can see they're growing some sort of grain out of those. They seem to drop down in tiers and rise and drop. And there's also just fields in the distance filled with all kinds of different humanoid folk. It's even out here in what would be considered the sticks, you are seeing that there is a lot of life and a lot of civilization, even out here. So, is there anything anybody would be interested in knowing about on their way, or just...
Do you see any interesting plants or mushrooms or any of these?
Make me a survival check.
Survival? Survival. Where are you, survival? Gotta pull up my character sheet. What's up? 17.
17. You do see that there is a flower. One in particular that catches your eye as you're walking through. This place is mostly a thick wooded area, and it's covered in like mosses and a little bit of fungus. But there's a single flower that stands out on your way about halfway through your trip on the 10-mile journey to the onsen town. And on your way there, you do see that there's a flower that sort of has a purple hue to it that's glowing and kind of moving, not in the same direction as the wind.
Interesting. I will say hello, flower.
Make me
You
just
can
a
understand
charisma
me.
check.
With advantage.
Yeah, not persuasion itself, but just charisma.
12.
12. You see that the flower opens up, and you see that the petals aren't actually just petals, they are wings.
Oh.
And you see this small little pixie-like creature turn around and say, "What do you want?"
You are not flower.
"No, I was just checking out this here twig." You see this little bearded pixie turn around with this beautiful flower for wings. And he just turns and looks at you, and he's got like a little cane, and he's got a little pipe in his mouth, and he goes, "I haven't seen you around these parts. What are you doing out here on the Residence Wood?"
Bring more flowers and plants.
"Yeah, well, don't be picking on those. You might eat my cousin."
Oh, if Grim picks them, he'll probably just replant them.
"Well, fair enough. Oh, Caliendo, how's it going, my friend?" "Ah, nice to see you again, Brushin. Are you doing well?" "Can't complain. Where you headed?" "Onsen Town." "Oh, go get the bath. You better give this one here, pal. He's smelly as shit." "Well, that is the plan, Vincent. So, good to see you. You as well." And Cal just keeps moving.
Seti's just kind of speechless, just kind of looking back and forth between Cal and Grim and the little flower man. Just like she can't figure out what to say. And then just trots to catch up with Cal as the group moves on.
"Bye now."
It was nice meeting you! Your flower is very pretty!
That was not a flower.
It's like a flower?
Grim thought it was a flower, but this is not a flower.
So if it wasn't a flower, would you still have said hello?
Yeah, probably not, no.
So that had to be some kind of fake creature, yeah?
Oh, yes,
not
it's
know
a
about...
small, particular kind of pixie. It's they're tied to nature, and they're very good in hiding in flower patches.
I'll say.
Don't recall their exact name. kind, but yes, think of them as little flower spirits. Brinson, in particular, is very well. He's not your typical fae. He's very tawdry man, but he's nice enough, willing to give tours of the wood. But I don't really think we have time for all that.
Yeah,
At least not today.
maybe some other time.
You notice Cleary is behind you guys, lagging and sketching this creature.
Of course he is. Oh,
Why are you throwing me? 12! Get Blue Man! Damn, it's alright. Anyways. So, you guys, anything else? Or are you just going to keep moving on your way? No distractions?
Unless there's something interesting pop up.
Alright, cool. On your
Go,
way...
passive perception, go.
Yeah. On your guys' way, continuing south, you sort of begin to reach the base of a sort of dark, craggy, mountainous region. The trees start to drop off, and you see that the terrain begins to lift out of the ground. Sort of darkness sort of swells in this area, and the heat increases the further you go. As you continue along the path Caliendo takes you, you see he actually shrugs off an overcoat and slips it into his bag and says, well, the hot springs for a reason, aren't they? And as you continue on for the last couple miles there, you find yourself looking at what seems to be the base of a volcanic region. You see that there are small pools of small sections where geysers are lifting up, and the ground is maybe less stable here than in other locations. And then as you head in, you see this small town. It sort of adopts like a sort of Japanese style look. And it is just filled with multiple differently decorated buildings that all seem to just have steam rising up from the back.
I don't remember seeing any maps with volcanic activity around the Mirkwood.
Oh, no. No, you actually wouldn't see anything like that. Lurkwood isn't on, well, Lurkwood is, but Selindor's not on any map.
I was kind of wondering that. How do you hide such a large... Why is it not on any map?
Again, it's really hard to explain. You'd have to talk to somebody a bit more knowledgeable, but I like to think of it as its own independent space.
I mean, he just kind of like holds his head for a second, like, ah.
Like it's not entirely in the material plane. It's kind of in between.
No, it's very definitely on the material plane. I mean, you can walk here. There's no teleportation necessary, anything of that sort. Any person could do it. It's just that the mist that is trapped within sort of is in itself a barrier that separates it just slightly. Think of it as like a subplane of some kind. At least that's the way I understand it. Because as far as I know, it doesn't belong to any other known plane.
So it's kind of like the bag, just for an entire city.
Yes. About 100
Giant
miles
tree.
total is the Lurk.
All right.
Or not the Lurk, Selindor. Anyways, so as you guys begin watching, you see that there are a myriad of different life forms walking around this place. You see goblins, you see gnomes, you see what looks to be some sort of my brain's not working, but it's something like a giant, but like dumber.
Ogre?
Ogre. You see an ogre making his way through the area, just slumping and squatting next to the door. He goes,
I want to go inside. One, please.
Here. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, all right.
Thank you. I'll use back.
You can just like hear this kind of going on in the distance, and you see this ogre just walking around, step over the back fence, and then you see just steam rise as he hops into the water.
Is there one you think's better than the others?
Oh, well, I don't come down to town very often. I just know that they're very competitive. And looking around, I would say that you probably, especially with your passive perception, Graham, you'd be able to tell that there's about 6 or 7 different hot springs on this path up the mountain. Speaking of which, looking at the very top of the mountain, you see that there's this massive tower rising up. It's almost Arabian in style, just a large tower with big bulbous top that is completely brass.
Well, okay.
That's
Look,
like
many,
further up.
many,
There's definitely
many
a
interesting
large...
places for you to bathe, and then there is a big pointy tower with metal top.
Yes, this is an area that belongs to the brass tower. Not a whole lot of pool here. They use this onsen town for commerce. Going beyond the gates requires you to have certain accesses, which even I don't have. And I've been here for some time. Well, my whole life, really.
So did the name come first, or was the tower first?
Look, it just sort of... There's not really a first to speak of.
I mean, is it really surprising that you don't have access to many things? It sounds like you have a knack for getting people angry.
And it's really that I did work for House Sloan. And I was beholden mostly to the service of House Sunaris, thus pissing off Lady Hyacinth because, well, they're a bit at odds.
Well, there you go. Maybe if you do better, they'll let you do more places.
Oh, yes, I think this is maybe... And you see he pats the kettle on his side. This is quite enough to buy my... let's just say I'll no longer be in the doghouse, as it were.
Until
Right.
next time
Gain
you
some
are.
privilege, as one might say.
Why does a dog need a house?
Not sure. You see, he's actually walking towards the one that the ogre just went into. Like, well,
I follow.
I guess pick your poison. They're all open air baths, so don't go with anyone you don't want to see naked. Personally, that ogre that just went in there's a friend of mine, so I'll be joining him.
So I like hang back. I started to follow Cal, and then he says that, and then I stop. I'm like, so if I go with him, he's going to think I want to see him naked.
I'm gonna head for whichever one's directly like across the street from the ogre.
Across the street, the ogre.
I just
Yes.
like I don't want to see that ogre and just
Yeah, so the one that was there almost looked like this Athens-style bath with pillars, and it has these red tapestries going down the side. There's no name on it. It's just got like this sort of like symbol that's just like a sort of little swoop, and then like some little squiggly lines coming off of it that just looks like a rudimentary drawing of a hot springs, and that's the same image on all of them, but the design of each one is slightly different. So this one's got this sort of like Athens pillars, the white, and you see he jumped over the side of the thing, the ogre did. But otherwise it's completely normal. Across the way, there's one that looks like almost completely just Japanese style, and it's got blue tapestries and the same little symbol. And it's got like, these beautiful jade dragons outside that are carved and turning inwards. And then you go one slightly further up the way, and it's just like plain with black pillars and like this little decrepit looking gate, and it's got black tapestries. It's just so dark and gloomy looking. And it's got like this little wrought iron fence where that's been completely overgrown with vines. Like they're all just like slightly different in a way that's just enough to make them like, we service a certain kind of clientele. But it's all the same thing.
I rather like that blue one over there myself. I think I'll head that way.
Everybody's just going in different directions.
I guess
I mean,
Grim
you're
will wait
welcome to
here.
join.
Seti, if you would like to borrow my robe for a little privacy of sorts, feel free.
Oh, I don't care about
Hand it to you.
privacy. I just, now that Cal said that, I'm afraid anybody I go with is going to think I want to see them naked. I don't care.
I do think he meant that don't go with anybody who would gross you out to see them naked. I don't think it was an invitation to look upon his body. It might have been. I'm not going where he's going. I'll go where the rest of you go.
Well,
I
I'm
will
going to
No,
the
you
blue
will.
one.
Because you're. We know you'll go. We know exactly where you'll go, Carrie.
I'd rather like the blue one as well. I think it's very nice. It's got a very unique feel. I haven't seen buildings quite like this, and I really love the architecture outside and the beautiful sculpture. Of course, I'm going to go for the one with the art.
That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
Selindor, of course. Would you like to join Oren and I?
Works for me.
Oh, of course. Face but purple as he
Is-
was.
There it is.
Clary's blushing.
A little bit. What about you, Mitnia? Robsy? The more the merrier, of course.
And we should all probably go to the same one.
I mean,
Just
just
in
here.
case
It's blue.
anything
You're
were to
blue.
On the other side, the red one
Good fit.
Selindor.
yells from across the way.
I don't know if they'll even let Grim in. Will they let Grim in?
I'm sure they'll
Grim
let you in,
doesn't
just
want
maybe not in the
that.
water.
I'm not going in the water.
You can just hang out next to it.
If they let Grim.
There's only one way to find out.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all going into the to the blue onsen.
Mhm.
As you walk inside, you see that there is this nice little desk, and there is a split changing room on both sides. And then there is another set of split changing rooms on the side of those with symbols that you completely don't recognize. And much bigger doors.
Do these changing rooms have laundry? Like, can I get my clothes cleaned while I get clean?
As you walk in, you see there's this tiny little desk, and there's this little old lady sitting behind it. She goes, "Oh, yes, of course. Anything you want, dearie. I'd be more than happy to do your laundry for you. It'd be a paltry fee of 2 silver coins for normal cleaning. If you're looking for cleaning of a lot of items, perhaps armor or dirty this and that, of course, we could go up to a gold piece if you want it truly washed.
Well, I've got my cloak with the fur lining and my leather armor, and my boots need a good scrub. They're covered in mud.
Definitely the one treatment, I believe.
Do you have any other customers here right now?
Oh, there's a few in the back.
Well,
No follow.
my clothes could use a good wash. I'll flick a gold piece.
Oh, much obliged, much obliged. Just be sure to leave it in a place. And she hands you like this little tassel, and just hang this on the side of your basket, and we'll make sure to get it cleaned for you.
Wonderful, thank you.
I also hand over a gold piece.
Okay, and you get a tassel in return. Anybody
No, no,
else
not-
need?
Don't trust this lady. Her accent keeps changing.
No, she's been quite the same the whole way through.
Just
Definitely no changes have been made. I'm doing this quite properly.
I don't know. Grim will just go. He'll just wait. He's not in need to take off any clothes or get anything clean.
And,
I'm gonna give her the 8 gold nuggets I have, and just be like, if that's enough for no other new customers for the day.
make a persuasion check.
Isn't
What,
that a
is she
lot
a
of
dwarf?
gold?
It's a lot of gold, but she also doesn't have any
It's
way to
a 16.
value it. 16? She's like, oh my dear. Well, okay. Yeah, give me one moment. And she goes and she walks into the back, and you see that she pulls out a kid and an older woman, and they're still naked and wrapped in a towel, and she puts their clothes in there, and then she's pushing them out the door. No more private party. You must head outside. We're still naked. Well, I don't care. I just made her bench gold. Now get the fuck out.
She's suddenly turned into Cartman. Get back out here, you guys.
All right, so they're forced outside. The hot springs is all yours, so you can enjoy yourselves at your leisure. And for your special treatment, of course, I would definitely give you the best cleaning of your gear and your sword meat sharpened, polished. We'll do all those things for you. And even if you wanted your sword polished.
I appreciate it, and I'll just head to the changing room and start like putting all my stuff in there.
Mitnir's getting his sword
No,
polished.
Mitnir's completely oblivious to that part.
Oh, yeah, of course. Please, so.
All right,
Love
so-
the Argonian maid up in here.
So you guys are going in and enjoying yourselves in the hot springs. As you walk in, you disrobe. I don't know if you all want to go to the same changing room or if you want to go.
I just go to the nearest one.
Hot
Sure.
springs and flings, my man.
All right, so you guys find yourselves in this room. It's got the baskets. It's just like hot springs that you've seen anywhere else. It's got little baskets where you can put your clothes and you put your tassel on it to let you know that you want your clothes washed. Meanwhile, Grim's just sitting outside on a bench. But she does bring you some tea, Grim.
Okay. I'll drink the tea.
I wonder if they would launder my bedroll. City takes her backpack off and starts going through. It's like, I mean, the backpack's covered in mud.
Just put it all in the basket.
Mitnir put his entire belongings in the basket with the tassel.
No, she's gonna clean all your guys' shit.
All right, I'm
Um,
going to keep the
eh.
money pouch with the rubies and stuff.
Okay, so you guys head out in the back, and there's like this pretty little rock. It's definitely not natural the way that it's been placed. The most of the rock outside on the ground surrounding it is this sort of metamorphous, porous black rock that just seems to just like litter the area. But then there's seems to be grass that's been placed, little bonsai trees, and then the rocks themselves that have been manually placed are stacked in sort of creating two large circles in the back with the hot water. On that area, you see that there is buckets of water next to drain lines, in case you wanted to wash yourself off before getting to the hot springs, and the rocks are arranged in such a way that it creates like little tiers of seating within the water itself that sort of stack away from it, creating this very risen tableau. And sitting in the very back with a ladle is a large monkey.
See there, the
Hello, monkey.
Well, you're not there,
turkeys.
Graham. You're sitting up front.
Well, I was still gonna go hang out. I just wasn't going to
I guess
pay.
you guys bought the place, so she's like, "Oh, very nice. I approve." Ooh.
I mean, I'm not gonna go take a bath. I thought there's probably still seating out there, though, right?
Sure.
Unless it's literally just all
Patio
water.
chair.
No, it's like I said, there's rocks along the edges. You could sit on the rocks, or then
got,
there's the
one toe in
benches
the
where you
water.
can wash yourselves off with the buckets of warm water.
We will sit on the rocks.
Mitnir goes to actually bathe first before getting in the spring.
Teddy goes under and does not come up for a very long time. It's worrisome how long she just relaxes.
Nice.
Orin will rinse off before getting in. A little scrub down, maybe.
Okay. Are you still awake, Propsy?
He's butt naked, so you can see all the runes all over his body for the first
Man,
time. Probably.
I thought you were bright before.
You're pale.
Gets a little brighter when I'm clean.
Nikita, are you still awake?
It's like getting your headlights polished on your car.
Yeah, Bropsy's gone silent. She might have fallen asleep again. So we'll just assume that Bropsy is also getting her clothes cleaned and
Taking a bird bath.
taking a bird bath. So she's probably just floating on top of the water, just preening or something. I don't know how she wants her bird to wash.
I guess. So where's this monkey?
He's sitting so. There's two circles of stones that surround the big pools of hot water of spring water. But at the very top, there's at the very center of this, behind it, there's just a pile of rocks, and he's got a ladle, and he just reaches in with the ladle, and he grabs some water, and he pours it on himself. And otherwise, he's kind of sitting there with his eyes half closed.
He's very comfortable.
Each time.
Teddy comes up with a gasp and is like, "Oh, I can die happy now."
Were
Scrubbing
you under there
at
the
her
whole
hair.
time?
You see Cleary comes in, and he's just finished cleaning himself, sitting next to the rest of. He is a very lanky boy. He's almost alien-like in how skinny he is for his height. He's like
'Cause he's 7 feet tall, right?
he's 7 feet tall, but he's He suddenly weighs
He's
like
like that
150
guy
pounds.
in Scrubs that we just saw that JD borrowed the pants from.
Yeah. So he's sitting up there having a good old time. Or sorry, that's the monkey. So he's sitting there, he cleans himself, and he begins to look in, and he's got like a little towel wrapped around his waist that literally, like, you gotta imagine his stuff is right there because of like the size of the towel, but versus his height. And he's just like, well, this is and Seti, you're just in the water, right? Yeah. So Cleary's just like, and you see a small nosebleed.
Cleary, if you're nervous, we can all turn our backs. It's not a big deal.
Anime nosebleed.
Yeah, and he just gets in the water and he begins. He's like, no, it's completely fine. And you can see, like, standing up, he's like not even halfway. So he just sort of like crouches down in the water, sort of turns sideways, and he'll just gets under the water. And as he does, you can see like his skin glistens, and he's actually kind of cool to see a Videlkin with water on their skin. Creates like this sort of like almost a color like glow effect because of how.
I was gonna say, does he change colors when he gets hot, like a coffee mug?
No. The same way that people do when they get hot and they get a little bit more blood rush into the area. He gets a little bit more purple, but that's about it. Meanwhile, Brapsy is sort of skirting across the water, having a good old time getting clean. Mitnir, Arin, you guys have gotten yourselves nice and clean, you think. About as clean as you've been in months, you'd say.
How long has this journey taken? I have no idea.
The journey for you guys so far has taken about 3 weeks.
Feels like longer, weirdly enough.
I haven't had a bath in 3 weeks.
I'm not sure I want to think about the last time I was actually clean.
Grim has not had a bath ever. No, maybe when Grim was little.
Well, I
Maybe
think we can tell.
That's quite gross.
maybe 22 years. Grim thing.
It's a good long time.
I mean, sometimes it rains.
That's not the same.
Well,
I guess it's better than
myself have
nothing.
spent most of my life clean, minus these last few weeks.
So as Arin settles down into the pool, you see between his runes and his just golden persona, you see the water begins to glow slightly, and as the steam comes off, and like it creates like this sort of like cool illusory effect as the mist or the steam rises up in front of his tattoos or his runes. Sorry,
And my hair is like flowing upwards
Wait,
like it
so
always
he's
does.
glowing. The other one's glowing. Does Seti glow?
no, so he doesn't.
I could Eldritch Blast something though if you want.
As Mitnir gets in the water, it displaces slightly. And you can see like the water actually seeps beneath your scales a little bit, like actually really gets down in there. And it feels really nice.
Sees the other two glowing, lowers his head into the water and just goes.
A little bit of electricity.
Just a tiny amount, so it's like like not enough to anyone
And
else like awake.
Everybody dies.
Ooh,
Yeah,
my
you
arm
guys
hair
kind of
is
feel,
standing on its
feel like the
end.
water gets slightly hotter, and maybe there's like this weird sort of like
Tingle?
like tingle. Yeah.
Yeah, and comes back out of the water, just like head back up.
We had to take baths every day where I'm from, but we did not have hot springs. It was freezing cold. It was the worst.
That sounds terrible.
Why didn't you heat the water?
Well, it took a while and it wasn't always ready when you were ready. So if you wanted to get back out there and play with your friends or something, you just took what you could and then you went out and got dirty again. I mean, yeah, I could have waited for them to heat the water, but what can I say? I don't have that kind of foresight.
Fair enough.
Somebody rolled something.
Not me.
No, I rolled persuasion earlier.
Oh, it just went boop boop for me.
Delayed.
Weird. Well, so what do you all think of this place so far?
I mean, this place is nice.
I mean, this is nice.
I could live right here.
What
The
about
flowers are not flowers. I don't know.
I
don't
could
trust
live
this
next to
place.
here. I don't want to live here, like looking at the water.
Well, yeah, you'd get pruny after a little bit. Do Dragonborn get pruny? You know, like when you get.
Well, no. It's not the same. The scales don't really
Sure.
absorb water the same. But where they attach to me, underneath, that it can cause irritation, kind of.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
But
Grim is
I
good
mean,
at causing irritation. He has noticed.
that is yes.
So, I don't know what you think of Selindor. It's pretty weird. Didn't imagine anything like this. Or all the mist color portal bullshit. It's,
Definitely would make it difficult for random people to just walk in.
Apparently not
well,
go space things.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what kind of people live here and learn, the stories of like where they all came from, how they all found out about this place, or how this place called to them, or whatever. And hopefully because this place is so like weird and magical and all kind of weird, we can maybe learn stuff about weird magical things, like the book, or
Hey. Grim is fine with learning about weird magical things. This is a good idea.
I'd like to check on Buddy too, if we could find somebody that could just. I feel bad now. I mean, I know he was going to eat us, but I feel like
I'm
I
not
got
sure
him
I
killed.
feel bad, but I am curious about the result of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the god monster killed him real dead, but maybe he got lucky.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
He did not have the book, did he?
No.
No, but if someone were to suddenly try to bite me,
Yeah.
Never know. He might have just said, well, they're gone, now I'm leaving.
Maybe. Maybe it can just poof. It was like, uh-oh, I got bit by a big giant monster. Poof, I'm incorporeal now. I don't know. So I would like to find somebody that could check on him for us and figure out what Lady Hyacinth's
something
game
we
is.
could look into. It's probably a disadvantage that we don't have Cal with us, so we can at least ask him where to start looking for someone who could do that.
Well, he did tell us, he mentioned House Necrom, but we would need like an invite, and maybe Lady Hyacinth could hook us up with that. I don't know, but...
So, I'm not sure how much I trust him here yet.
I don't want to trust anybody.
I don't like him whatsoever, to be honest with you.
I mean, I don't dislike him. I just...
He was a good guide, and, he seemed fine, but...
Well, I do feel like he was possibly sent to his death.
Well, that and to me, he might know a lot more than what he's telling us.
Well, he's lived here all his life. He should know quite a lot.
Right. So I feel that we're at a bit of a disadvantage.
We definitely
we'll see
are.
how his favor increases. He might be a little more grateful.
Well, then... he helped us, we helped him. That doesn't have to mean anything if he's not somebody we trust, and we doesn't, we never have to see each other again, and we can maybe find other people that we do trust. It does help knowing somebody here, though. Probably.
More than Lady Hyacinth.
No, don't trust her. She seemed like bad lady.
She seemed nice, just I don't necessarily
I
trust
just
her.
don't know what our angle is. Mischief had maybe, I don't know, but...
Well,
our
she's
cities is
powerful.
big. Like, this place is kind of overwhelmingly huge. I don't know how so many people can stand to be near each other all the time.
Hey, at least they have room. You should see some of the other cities.
This is the first city I've been to.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure there's parts here where they're closer together, but their cities, they are on top of each other.
I mean, I've seen pictures and, I've heard stories and stuff, but...
And the smell? You think Grim smells bad.
That's a fair
I
point.
don't think Grim smells bad.
But you're used to it, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of used to it too. It's not a big deal. And you know what? People give you a lot of shit for being weird and different, but if it works for you, that's great, and you're not hurting anybody.
Do people give Grim? No, nobody has ever given Grim their
Well, you
refuse.
said like your people didn't like you that much, or you weren't welcome back, or something.
Yeah, no, I remember that, but that doesn't have. What does that have to do with giving me their waste?
Oh, it's a figure of speech. It's not literal. It's metaphorical.
Oh, good. I mean, it makes good compost. But Grim doesn't need it. Grim can grow things just fine without people's waste.
Yeah. Good. Good. That's answer some questions I didn't want to ask about what all that was growing out of.
There's an awkward silence in the hot springs. Everybody bathes and continues.
I go over to the monkey.
The only sound is the monkey just pulling water and.
But does he have symbols?
Symbols?
No, he has a ladle.
No.
Ching, 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 ching.
All right, what were you saying, babe?
I want to go over to the monkey and I want to scoop some water on him and see if he's a friendly monkey.
Okay, you scoop some water just in your hands, or?
Yeah, sure. I don't have a ladle.
So you scoop some water in your hands and you pour it on him, and he just opens his eye all the way and looks at you.
Hey.
And just goes, and nods to you. Goes back and keeps pouring it on himself.
We can trust the monkey.
I think he's content.
Careful, Seti. You might get another boyfriend.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that guy. He's got it all figured out.
His life is fulfilled. All right, so I'll say you guys take a nice, lovely bath. You come back to your area to find all of your clothes have been cleaned. Anything you left to be cleaned has been cleaned.
Nice.
I was gonna say, depending on how long, because during duration, I was gonna start reading the book and
You can stay there as long as you guys want. So how long? How long you guys stay there for?
Said he probably gets out after about an hour.
Yeah. All right.
Era
Pretty.
seems like a good time.
Okay.
That's a really long bath. But yeah.
All right. So you guys are in the middle of this, and you see Mitnir pulls out a book while you guys are sitting in the hot springs, and he starts looking at it.
It's propped on the edge, so I can start mimicking stuff, kind of.
And he's just doing Tai Chi in the water. Yeah, I'll say you get about an hour of practice time in.
Grim is just kind of snoring. It's kind of boring watching
perhaps
other
he's
people
asleep, sort of floating on the water.
I mean, it's very pleasant. Great place to train.
Take some of the weight off those sore muscles. Get the blood off from being gored by an evil god monster.
Are you okay, Seti? Did
I mean, yeah, physically I'm okay. That hurt real bad. It's been a rough couple of days, between that and the trees and the witch lady and that.
Mitnir pauses and starts counting the number of things they've tried to kill us.
I think I've been unconscious 4 times in the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
It.
You need to not get hit so much. It not good.
Before I left home, I'd never been hurt once in my life, and now it's like every day. But
Yep, the world is not a friendly place, it seems.
no, it's pretty fucked up actually.
We're not in the civilized part of the world either, so it's not quite the same.
You should go to the University of Phoenix. I was never knocked unconscious once at the university. Granted, it's not quite as exciting as the life you've been leading, but again, much less painful. Very much less. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up being taught lots of things and book learning and all that kind of nonsense and studying scrolls and shit, and it's not my thing, but there is something to be said for how not dangerous it is. No more judgment for people who choose that life. I get it.
Anyways, I'm getting out because I'm starting to prune up. You know.
Everybody turn around, we know.
Oh, no. He gets up. He gets up and walks in. He's hung like a horse. Just.
We don't need to go there.
Yeah. And so he goes and he gets gets dressed. And as you guys get out one by one, or however you want to do it, and start getting your stuff together as well, you hear, I completely understand that it has become a private party, but I'm highly certain that my friends are here.
Hi,
You can let him in!
Nobody. What? She opens the flap and says, I'm sorry, do you know who this fellow is? And you see Cal just peek around the side.
We know he can come in now.
Well, fair enough. That'll be 1 gold piece. But they paid for the new customer, new charge. Very well, you old cute. I'll wait out here. I'll be out here whenever you're all ready. Fair enough.
The old rub and tug lady's getting a little scary.
Quickly get dressed, put everything back in my bag, make sure everything's still there. Bedroll's nice and fluffy now.
It takes a slightly longer time drying off, like going through like each scale, like
Like when you bathe a bulldog and you gotta get under all the wrinkles.
yeah. So it's like same idea. It's like, all right, I gotta get around, you know.
I'm
So you
just
guys-
half
Do
summoning
the
radiant
druids
bolts
have
and
gust-
just using
yeah.
them to dry me off.
So do the druids have gust of wind? Just whoosh.
I don't think I have gust. I don't think gust of wind is something I get.
It might be a.
Keep
later
looking
level
for it.
spell. I don't know what level it is.
I keep looking for it, but I have not seen it.
Basically, just powering up some radiant bolts and using them to dry off.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys get dry and get dressed, looking at your new clean clothes, and you smell not as bad as you did, you head out into the lobby reception area, and you see Cal sitting there waiting. He's like, "Well, that took you guys quite a long time. I mean,
Look, I hadn't had a bath in 3 weeks. Okay.
no,
There
I
was
completely
a lot
understand.
to process.
I suppose I should have gone with you into that hot spring.
Look, my robe is white again.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Goodness, that is
I looked
really
at the
strong for
lady
the
and
digs.
just like, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Well, as it is, shall we?
Lead the way.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes, it is go.
Somebody just knocked on our door.
Probably our package.
Did you look?
No, because my window's closed.
They just knocked again.
Come and knock on our door.
I'll get it.
Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, we're good. Like on your mustache hairs, it tickles your nose.
Phase shift into Gagnor's
Can't say
screen
I've had that
somehow.
problem.
Oh, I hate
So,
that one.
I knew I could turn the gold nuggets into like money, but we have enough money right now that I was like,
Yeah.
hey,
They just knocked twice. I don't know.
Okay.
Right. So, whenever you're all ready, I suppose we should begin heading out. So it's about noon time, right about now. Since you guys pretty much went to sleep and then woke up and then headed through the mist. So
What's the
Perhaps
food
we
like
can,
in Selindor, Cal? Is there, like, as we're walking, just like,
what's the what like in Selindor?
what's the food like? Like,
was
what kind
gonna
of food
say-
do people eat there?
Perhaps we could find a place to eat on the way.
Well, we could grab something here in Olsen Town if you like. I'm sure there's plenty of restaurants there too. I was just describing the hot springs. But I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of places to eat. There's taverns, bars, restaurants, all kinds of things. Outside the outer Nexium, it's mostly, all comfortable, decent meals. Some places are better than others, but within the inner Nexium itself, you get some lavish food you never experienced
Yes.
out on the rest of Faerun. So,
Yes, I want that.
I like the sound of that.
well, the thing is getting entrance to any one of the districts of the inner Nexium is time.
Is that where House Necrom is?
House Necrom is one of the districts. Is in one of the districts. The Necrom district is its own thing. I guess I could explain as we walk, and
Yes.
unless you want to get food now before we head out.
Only if it's something we can eat as.
Yeah, is there street food? I've heard,
I'm not super familiar with Rotterdam. I assume there's got to be a street vendor of some kind.
Well, if we come across something. How about for
But
now?
most of the
We'll just keep our eyes out. How about that?
we're not going to probably find much of anything unless you want to talk to a farmer on the way into the actual town itself. There's definitely going to be some street vendors on some of the bridges leading in,
Okay,
because
that
on a
works.
5-mile bridge, there's usually a bit of
Sure, that makes sense.
need. Well then, so you guys begin heading east now properly towards Selindor, and you exit any area with any woods, and the mountains themselves begin to fade away. The heat returns to normal, and as you begin heading out and you look properly onto this massive, huge expanse, 100 miles open, all ahead of you, laid out, you see these floating islands in the sky. You see from where you are a couple of them, one with massive shining tower on top of it. The tree itself, the closer you get, the taller it becomes. From the distance that you guys currently are away from it, you're about as far away from it as it is tall, and it's 10 miles tall. So this thing is going into the sky. Can't even see the top of it. In the distance ahead of you, you see that this sort of drop off, this rift is huge, enormous, just a gap. And you can see that there are roots running from the tree in this sort of island that it sits upon in the center of this big, huge gorge that comes around it. It seems to be going off direction. You can see these roots are actually supporting it all through and around. You see now these massive, long bridges made of what looks like polished stone. Really incredibly well made. In the distance, further to the southeast, you see the drop-off opens up into an even larger expanse, and it's filled with gorgeous, pristine, clear water. Across this is a bridge even longer than the other bridges that you've seen. In the very center, there's a tower that rises from the water deep down below, all the way up to nearly a mile out of the water itself. Towers upon towers, stacking and interlocking and moving even in a strange clockwork manner. Ahead of you and you can see what looks like probably the beginning of the first district that he had mentioned. From this side, you can see the massive roots separating two separate colored areas filled with full townships, separated by walls at the base, creating what looks like a smaller section at the end of each one, which Cal points out to be the outer Nexium. The inner Nexium, behind high walls, seems to show two differently colored sectors. One seems like one of the most brilliant cities you've ever seen. Those of you that are familiar with Waterdeep would recognize the style of architecture, the fully realized human material plane city that you're used to, whereas the district next to it seems as if it's drenched in darkness, just like it had been watercolored by some sort of purple hue on top of it, creating this sort of night and day as they sit next to one another. You can see even from there the sparkling, twinkling lights like stars within the district. So as you guys can continue walking that direction, you seem to be heading towards the bridge that's connected to the outer nexium of this twilight zone. Says, so as you'll see, there's lots of things here to take note of. You guys are walking through farmlands, and you can see farmers will wave to Cal and wave to you guys, and little girl walks up in the middle and hands you guys some fruit and runs away laughing. It seems like a really happy place. Like in general, everybody seems really just positive and upbeat. But he points out towards the massive tower and says, that there is Selindor's academy. And you see Cleary just goes, Academy? Academy, you say? Yes, it's I would say it's quite the repository of knowledge. It's well, I've never been able to gain access to it because I'm important enough, but apparently they've got lots of affiliations with other schools throughout all of Faerun. I'm sorry, any connection to the University of Phoenix? I wouldn't be able to tell you, honestly. Something you might want to look into? Perhaps I might. I might be able to check in and make sure the rest of you get paid. In fact, if they have an off-branch at the University of Phoenix, you guys might actually be able to turn in your Phoenix tokens. Oh, thousands of gold right there, my friends. Anyway, so he starts getting excited and begins babbling. But that is actually on this massive bridge that runs across the large section of water. Down there below is called the Underwhelm. It's a place you may not wish to go readily. Its name is a bit misleading in the fact that it is anything but underwhelming.
I don't know. It seems pretty disappointing.
Yeah. From there, you can see the waterfalls cascading down from each of the sections. There's 2 waterfalls in each of the main sectors that seem to fall down into this pool of water. The one that's most front-facing, it falls directly here, and the other one seems to fall into this sort of abyss that you guys see. But we'd have to assume that from this angle, maybe it connects in riverways or continues with the water underneath. As you guys are continuing to move, he points out that over there is where we're headed, the twilight with the stars and the twinkles. That there is Lunaris District. We can't get into the Lunaris District proper because none of you have the proper paperwork to do so, or the recommendations from those of the Lunaris family. But what you can do is enter the outer Nexium, which is known as Twilight Town. Twilight Town is where we are headed. And it's where I will be able to make my reports and have Lady Hyacinth brought to me to receive our cargo. Meanwhile, you can do anything you like in the town upon arrival. Once again, I should mention there's a fee of entrance, but I can make sure that the entrance fee is reimbursed to you.
I mean, is it a big fee?
Depends on who's at the gate.
Or one of
Well,
those?
that sounds a little corrupt.
Well,
Wouldn't it be better for us to deliver to Lady Hyacinth the item versus having her come collect it?
the thing is even on a regular recommendation, I have only been into Lunaris once. Since then, I have made a faulty decision, and I'm no longer allowed to access it, and you are all mostly unknowns. Even though
No,
you've met
that's-
Lady Hyacinth, she's much more, she's less free than she was when you met her. She was having fun then. Here, it is more businesslike,
That
even for a powerful
is fair.
face such as her.
Totally fair. So, you tell us what to do and where to go, and we're there.
Sure.
Well,
We're not.
so over the next hour, you guys make your way to the bridge. There seems to be 3 bridges that lead in from this side. You can see in the far distance, there's another bridge leading into this sort of light water deep like district. And then you can't even see across the other side. But looking up, the tree is now everywhere. And it even creates its own sense of light. But you see the mist begins to pour off, and it actually rolls over the cities without touching them, and then pours into the gaps below. It says, that over there, by the way, as we continue walking, is Commoner District, the more noble district, I suppose. Commoner District is probably one of the easier ones to get into, being as none of you here are from Selindor. They probably open you with more welcoming than the more suspicious people of the Lunaris family. The outer Nexium there of He's oh gosh. Boo, boo. First time I've had to pull it up. Bow. Is known as Don's Cradle.
I feel like I should be writing all of this down. It's a lot of information to take in.
Yes, and as you guys are walking on the bridge, he says, now this bridge here is one of the 3 bridges that lead through to the southern gate, which could be a different gate each time, which is why it's important to know that the pricing is different entering each of the Adanexium towns. Selindor moves. Let's just bite that, nip that in the bud. Selindor will move, the geography will change, the locations will change, but the sectors remain connected to one another through some very powerful magics. Oh.
Right.
I missed a call from Nikita.
Oop.
So that's that, I suppose. That's everything really you need to know. But see here, and you guys are walking above this like sort of like dark abyss, and you can see that the roots are coming from underneath this massive pile of rock that this tree sits on. They extend beyond it, and they create gaps. So under there is the jeweled Undercity. Again, not someplace you want to go willy-nilly. And that is the Howling Divide. You see all this area surrounding this giant crevice that runs all the way around and underneath. So, Howling Divide is sort of the reason for commerce in the city. Ancient ruins, labyrinths, all sorts of things exist in the Howling Divide. It's quite the place. I've done a bit of delving there myself, although not as much as others. It's quite the thing.
Interesting.
So, I guess that's the most lowdown I can give you from where we are now. Should be around the opposite side of this district here is the Solarum district, and then on the other far side that you can't see, further to the east would be Necrom, as it were today.
How quickly does the city move?
Not very often. It's something that happens over time or sometimes quite suddenly. This here, and he holds up this medallion that's right now closed and it's covered in runes. And looking at it with your guys, as none of you are really that dumb, it is sort of laid out like Selindor, like specifically the Nexium. It says, so this functions as, well, this one's quite a pretty penny to buy, but it functions as sort of a map, as well as a passport. And you see that he has a couple of different runes. The entire outer ring is lit. And then he has a dimmed lit rune on one of the ones.
So I guess we'll have to get something similar if we're going to be here.
Well, I'll say this. You don't have to, mind. It's the best way if you want to have a prolonged stay here. If you plan on making your fortunes in Selindor, then yes, I would say invest as quickly as you can.
All right.
Good to know.
I'll make sure to do that.
As you guys begin passing, you see there are all walks of creatures. Some of them are as tiny as pixies, some of them are as big as giants, walking along this, 600-yard wide bridge. 600 foot, not yard. 600 foot wide bridge that you guys are walking across that seems to span for about 5 miles to where you're headed. There are street vendors on the side. There are stalls, food stalls, that kind of thing. You guys can grab pretty much anything you would imagine that would exist in a place like this. You can see that there's these pillars that run up from it. You can see that there's little wells that seem to like spiral down and they go down them. You don't know if it's what it's for, but you can see that there is some fishing happening down in the underwhelm. Cal stops at one of the vendors and picks up some meat skewers.
Yeah, Seti's just like looking like just like a hawk, looking for something that looks new and exciting, but vegetarian.
Make a investigation check.
Get some vegetable skewers.
I was gonna be like,
Some
Meteor goes up to
dumplings,
stand,
some noodles.
looks for like normal like meat food, but then's like, do you have a veggie wrap? And then just like, here's Eddie.
16.
16. You find a couple of different things. One of them seems to be there's a sweet shop. There is what looks to be something similar to crepes being made with fruit and dairy inside. Very specifically, it's just a crepe stall. The other one is like actual sweets. And then there's another one that you're not sure exactly what he's making, but it looks like they're doing something with boiling oil. So you've never really seen a whole lot of boiling oil cooking in your time.
Yeah, we don't fry stuff.
Fried
All right.
chicken.
I want
I'll take 2.
I want a crepe with strawberries and banana and whipped cream and maybe like a chocolate drizzle. And I want a slice of carrot cake from the sweets guy. And then I want to see what they're frying. And
Well, you get there and you see this little old man. He's like, "Y'all come here, we'll try some of that old good old thing."
hi, I didn't understand a single thing you just said, but I've never had anything that looked anything like this before. But I don't eat meat, so
Yeah, well, fluff it by in your mouth. And so you see he gets what looks like just this little triangle, and he drops it in the oil, and it begins to puff up. And then he pulls it out, and he covers it in powdered sugar. It's a beignet.
oh, this looks amazing. I've already got like a crepe in one hand and a
What else are
slice
you
of
guys
cake
looking
in the
for?
other.
She's got just nothing but sweets in her hand.
I just got some skewers with Cal.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
like-
you got some skewers, and there's eel skewers. There's something similar to beef skewers. You're not
Is
sure
there
what it
something
is.
like a turkey leg vendor?
Oh yeah. You can just get a turkey leg. This is Renaissance.
Meteor's
right
just
now.
got one in each hand, like, ah.
Hell yeah. Anybody else get anything? I don't know if Bropsy's back or not.
Grim has berries. Grim is fine. Grim does not need this.
Nikita, you are muted if you are talking, because I know you rejoined. We'll just assume no. Okay. So yeah, you guys get yourselves a nice lunch for your last leg of your journey as you're heading into Selindor proper. And we'll go ahead and take our break right there then.
Break.
All right.
So we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I hope you're having fun. I'm doing my best to describe this city, but it's even more splendiferous than my mind can
Convey in words.
convey in words.
Sure.
So I hope you guys are enjoying it. This is going to be our new place to hang out and do things for the foreseeable future. Hype. Let's go. All right, see you in a bit.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're back. That's all you get. So, so as you guys take the next maybe hour to walk these last 5 miles with all of your goods and foods and ets in your hands, like the meats, super good, guys, delicious. They like are covered in salt, like they're like salt, something that is not something that everybody has all the time. Not to salt their street vendor food, but damn, them some salty, spiced, delicious goodies.
Betty's trying to eat like her crepe, and she's got the carrot cake and the beignets, and she's like, "Clear, can you hold that for me?
Oh, yes, of course.
You can have one if you want, but."
Oh,
She's like trying to juggle like all these different things.
no, he helps you. He helps you hold your food.
Meteor just has one of the bones left and just kind of like a big toothpick, just kind of gnawing on it.
Everything is delicious. It's exactly as good as your mouth watering.
This cake really has carrots in it and like dried fruit and stuff. Amazing.
Are you supposed to actually put carrots in that?
They did. They pulled it off. Highly recommend.
Well, then, as you can see, we're finally approaching, and you guys see this massive wall just like spinning around. You see the roots pouring over the end of it, and then down and over. And these roots, massive, way bigger than the wall. But as you approach this wall, you see that it collides into a small walkway that goes around it. You can see that there's carts going around the walkway, both directions. It's kind of like almost like a little highway around the city. And as you approach, you see this massive gate at the front. The gate is currently open, and there's like this little sort of like in the wall, like little desk kind of thing with like a entity at it. You can't really see from here what it is or who it is. And there are a couple people at the gate, and then you see they're talking to somebody, and then they head inside. And as you guys begin to approach, you see at the very top of the gate, there is what looks like a large purple crystal inlaid with a small moon shape inlaid into the crystal itself. And the walls have beautiful filigree around the exterior of the gate itself. And as you guys begin to walk forward, you see Cal say, oh, fuck it all. Hello, Nefri. You hear, Galliando, welcome back, friend. And you look down to see this 3-foot tall, furry dwarf-like creature with hooves. Its muscles are like bent outwards in like weird positions. It's like an extra wide, short, furry dwarf. It looks at me, guys, goes, hi, are you new? I haven't recognized your faces before.
Yep, first time here. Nice to meet you.
Nefri, these are my friends, so please avoid being you. That's so rude, Cam. So rude. Well, we passes. Right. And he shows his thing. He pulls out his medallion and hands it over to him. He says, lost favor with House Lunaris, did we? Shut it, Nefri. Well, I'm glad you came back alive. Bye, Cal. So Cal's like, pay the man, and then I'll meet you inside the gate. He just walks through the gate. Well then, who's first?
I'll step up to the thing.
Oh, big blue fella. How you doing?
It's been a long trip, but new place.
Right. Well, welcome to Selindor. We're at the Twilight Gate. Do you have a pass or permit? Or do you need one? Day pass, 20 gold. Or if you want something more permanent, oh, look at that, a medallion, 100 gold. Oh, and he brings out this simple medallion, doesn't look nearly as good as Cal's. Like, look at that. Yeah, see that?
100 sounds awfully expensive.
Nah. See, because you can get these runes lit up and it's like 5 trips only inside, and you already paid it off.
But I bet someone could make a better one than that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
like
right.
100
You've got an
gold.
eye. We've got better ones. Hey, check this one out. And he pulls out one that looks just like Cal's. He's like, 500 gold for this boy. Gives you a map. What's going on in Selindor? Oh, but that's not all. There's a better one. And he pulls out this like souped up version that just like looks like super beautiful. He's like, 1,000 gold for this puppy. But let me tell you, this one's got a built-in communicator. That's right, a sending stone built right in. You can communicate with anybody on your contacts list. It's a fucking cell phone.
Platinum's 100 gold, right? Is that
10.
the conversion?
Platinum's 10 gold.
Platinum's 10 gold. Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah.
Look, this is the creme de la creme. All of the big bad boys in this town have them. If you're new, why waste money on something cheap? Buy the real thing.
You have an excellent sales pitch, but we're not interested in spending that kind of money on a rock. Now,
Oh, no. I don't think you understand how valuable these are. Also, not to mention that, but if you want, you can get apps. That's right. You've got a shaving kit that comes off of this bad boy. Look at that go.
Here's 50 gold.
Huh?
I set down 50 gold for like the just pass the regular plain Jane one.
Oh, wow, that's
20.
really overpaying. It's 20 gold, but I'll take 50,
Oh,
sure.
I thought you said it was 50.
No, it's
Was
20.
50 the next one up?
The
No,
100
100 gold
100.
next one.
is the
Where'd I
one
get
that you're
50?
looking for.
Where did I get 50?
You just came up with 50.
I don't know.
Grim,
But if you want to throw down 50 gold, I'll give you the shaving kit as well.
do you
I'll give him
take
100 gold. I'll give him 100.
do you
for
take pretty purple rocks?
Grim, no, the purple rock is worth way more.
No, I have purple rocks. I take my 500 gold of amethysts.
Oh, 500 gold. 500 gold.
And then Grim can give you Grim can give you 50 platinum. He does not need this metal.
Grim,
these
no,
rocks.
no. All that stuff, it might be metal and rocks to you, but it's really valuable to people, right? And this
What
guy
do
is
Don't you
trying-
want the fancy? Do we need this to get around the city? Yes?
No, you can
Well,
just
not
get the
not the
100 gold
fancy
one.
one.
The 100
can-
gold one
This
has the
wouldn't-
map.
What if we get separated and Grim
Hey,
needs to talk to you?
well, you're not going to be able to talk to me because I didn't buy the expensive one.
Wait,
We
will you
need-
let me
well-
talk to them if they don't have it?
Oh, no, you gotta have somebody else who's cool enough to have one of these. I'll tell you what, though. What do you guys have into the one? Lady Hyacinth has one. Yes, she does. That's right.
Look, stop with the sales pitch, alright?
It's not a sales pitch. I'm trying to help you out. Here, look, 900 gold.
Can you bring the price down on the cheap shitty one?
Why would I do that? I gotta make a profit here.
Well, we're all going to buy
Wait.
one.
So you'll say 900 gold for the big one?
Yeah.
So I give you my amethyst, is what you, and then I will give you 40 platinum.
Sounds like a plan, buddy.
Okay,
All right,
there you go.
So go ahead and put in ultimate passport medallion plus extra ultra on your sheet. I haven't made these items, but
Did you just buy that for all of us? Or is
No,
that
he
bought
just
the
got
one.
himself the really
Okay.
fancy one.
I was just making sure.
so this one has a real time map of the mists. Okay.
So does
it
the
serves,
100 gold one?
It serves. No, that's the 500
That was the
gold one.
500 gold.
Oh, I thought it was the
That's
100
the map.
No, the
100
100 gold
is
one
just
just
the
gives you a passport that can be lit, and it's not
I
pretty.
thought that was the 20 gold one.
The 20 gold one is a day pass. One day only.
No, it's not. So it's just one pass through the gate. It is a tariff to enter Selindor.
Right. So as soon as you leave, you have to pay the 20 gold again.
20
Oh,
20
where did it
gold
go?
for a ticket to get in.
My
The
item
100
needs to
gold
be
for the-
edited.
The 100 gold's a season pass.
So you call it what? Ultimate? Damn it! It keeps closing.
Whatever you want. You could just put really fancy.
Passport.
Yeah.
I call it multi-pass.
Multipass. Ultimate multipass.
Well, fine.
Anyways,
I have 100 gold, but we could have been.
but
70
also you can use it to communicate with people on your contacts list over a distance of 100 miles.
Nice. The baby's sheltered up. I have to put it back on for him so he does not yell at me.
So you're buying a 100 gold one? It's like, the pleasure doing business with you. All right.
I think I would like one with the map, so here's 500 gold.
500 gold. Multipass with map action. Ooh.
Wait, can the people with the less one
So
hear me?
we'll just call it Multipass Plus is the one with the map, and then Multipass Plus Ultra is the one with the map and the cell phone.
Multi-pass plus ultra.
So
This is
no,
what
so it
Grim
goes
has.
pass, multi-pass,
Mhm.
multi-pass plus,
Yes.
multi-pass plus ultra.
That's correct.
Yes.
So you're just getting a regular multipass, Sam.
Multipass.
And I got a
Multipass.
multi-pass plus.
Plus.
Multi-pass.
And what about you, Mitnir?
I got a multi.
Just multipass?
Good. Grim has the ultimate. And it's screaming.
Cleary looks at him and he says, I will take the Multipass Plus Ultra. A good choice.
Yeah, now I can talk to Blue Man. Not that, I mean, well, at least I can talk to somebody.
Out of curiosity,
How do-
will you take Phoenix tokens? Phoenix token. And he goes over and you see that he talks to him for a second. He's like, oh, University of Phoenix. Yes, they've got an off branch here at the Academy. Fantastic. That's the easiest information I've ever gathered in my life. Yes, I'll take one. Here's a Phoenix token. It's payable back to the school. They have reimbursed you. Fantastic. Right. Well, I got this for a very specific reason. Grim. I'm not sure how this works. So you guys take a couple minutes and Nefri shows you how to use the phone service. You can take a picture if you want to save his face over his profile. Otherwise, it's just a string of runes that are adjusted to his thing. What do you want to do? You want a picture?
Grim will take a picture, but it'll be like really like off center. It'll basically be like of his like shoulder.
Sure.
Like really bad. Maybe there's like part of a thumb.
And he's like, right, well, I'll call you. I'm headed to the academy, actually. I'll see if I can try to dig up any information, if there's anything you guys need, any questions to ask. Otherwise, I need to check in with the university. And assuming that they have an exchange branch here, I'll recommend you to the nearest bank, and you should be able to cash in the Phoenix tokens I'll give you. Speaking of which, based on where we are, if the university is connected here, yes, I believe I could probably do this, and it gives you guys 6 more tokens.
Oh, Cleary. That's really nice. You don't have to do that.
No, I think I very much do. But more importantly, I may be... I think you've earned it in service to our school, but more importantly, if they don't cover it, I will. I may not have mentioned it, but I'm actually very, very rich. So, thank you all for keeping me alive.
Well, thank you, and good luck at the university, and we'll be in touch, and
Yes, call me on. If you want to use one of those tokens to buy another nice one for yourself. If you want to talk, get never mind. I'll see you later.
Trying to get them digits.
See you around.
And he sort of heads down the bigger, central, very long one towards the towering tower.
To the academy.
I will buy you a phone so that I can get your digits.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm back.
And I assume that at some point we'll find out what it is Nikita wants to get.
So me and Grim the only ones? Or me and Cleary only ones?
Currently, yes.
Cal's like, all right, come on. You're wasting daylight.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah, so right now it's about 2 or 3 in the afternoon as you guys head in through this massive gate. You see this creature, Nefri, just go, all right, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you around. And you see like some kid tries to run in and he says, hell no. And you see the kid suddenly gets wrapped up by a black rope and falls to the ground. Come on! You know you can't sneak by me, you little brat. So you guys head into Twilight Town. The second that you pass through the gate, you look up and it is night. Above you, you're filled with beautiful constellations and nebula. An aurora borealis dances across the sky, and yet it doesn't obstruct the view of anything beyond. Looking, you still see the massive tree dripping with lights as if it's raining it down above you from some sort of fruit hanging from its boughs. Looking ahead of you into the section, you can see another large gate directly ahead. This one seems even more refined than the last one. He says, well, if we ever to gain the privilege, that is the actual gate to Lirinar's district. Meanwhile, welcome to Twilight Town. If there's any shopping you need to do, anything of that sort, I personally will be at the Twilight Reserve. You can look for me. Anybody should know where that is. I'm going to go contact Lady Hyacinth. And,
I mean, would I be intruding if I went with you? I'd like to talk to her too, but I don't want to...
Oh, you're more than welcome, but I highly doubt she'll be here today.
Grim will pick up his rock and be like, "Hey, where is the Twilight Reserve?"
Siri.
Yeah, no, because it's the Ultra, absolutely, it's got voice command. Yeah, so you say the Twilight Reserve, and it just creates it's like a compass. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't bring you a map of the city, like a full map of the city, but it's enough to give you a compass.
Okay, good. You said it has apps, so I think.
It does have apps.
Okay, well, we can find it. My thing can show us where to go. It's okay.
Yeah. So the map one will show you the map of the mist, which once you get used to it, gives you the locations of like. So you look at it and it looks like little zones on a circle. It's just this circle of mist, and you can like. And so he says, "I'll have to show you how to use that later." Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit nuanced to get the hang of it, but you can see there's different mist colors here. So this represents Twilight District is in the south. So using that, you're able to get a general location of the layout of Selindor, which is very important if you've been gone for a while, especially if you've been delving in the ruins. You come up, and next thing you know, you walk into a territory where you're not welcome.
Sounds awkward.
Yes, indeed. By the way, most people won't show you this, and he takes it and he puts his hand over it and he like does this, and it just pulls the mist up, and then you see what looks like a map of something you haven't seen, but just sort of glimpsed at from the side of the Undercity and the Underwhelm, and just massive labyrinths spreading out from the center. And these are currently mapped sections of available ruins around the Howl. So the Howling Divide houses many of these ruins. Sometimes they pop up, sometimes they disappear, but the ones that we know of and have explored are mapped out here.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Well,
So I guess we'll just meet you at the Twilight Reserve in what a few hours tomorrow.
I should be able to contact you. Perhaps you're planning on staying at an inn tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I recommend there are a couple of inns that I would recommend staying at. The only ones that are nice, I would stay away from ones that say like the Twilight Tavern or anything like that, because those are usually just trying to cater to tourists. They're not the real gems of the city. Although those places do exist. I recommend either the Hidden Boarding House, good place for rest, nice breakfast in the morning, very nice personnel. Or if you're looking for something a bit more edgy but fun, the Precious Jugs Tavern, quite a good place.
I vote the first one.
The hidden board? Are just the two suggestions? No others?
Oh, well, I mean, they're, again, those are the hidden gems. They are very good places with very good people, both of them. Just one's a bit for more, how should I put this crassly enough that you get it?
You don't have to be delicate.
It's a good place to see some boobies. And also get a good night's rest. Sometimes, even with boobies.
I just want some peace and quiet, but I won't make any judgments if people would rather go to the second one.
Well, if you want peace and quiet, you're not going to get either of those. They're hidden gems for a reason. Now, you'll get it when you go upstairs to go to sleep, if you want it. But mind, these are places to have fun, too.
Multipass. Where can Grim buy armor?
There are several blacksmiths near you. It's not quite that advanced. If you know the name of the place, it'll show you how to get there.
Tap on it. Where is armor?
I mean, I need to probably sell a handful of things that I haven't used in some time.
Well, there's a fair number of places I could try to show you before I head to the Twilight.
I mean, if you
Reserve.
just point in the right direction. I'm sure I'll find it.
Well, or
alright.
tell us the names
Well,
of places,
no,
and then we'll just have the thing take us there.
Or is down this west way here. Along that same path, you will find that there's a nice blacksmith. Still River Ironworks, very nice place. The purveyor is a bit pissy, but he knows good work. There's also a general store down that way, Blackstar Goods, very nice place. Old man, sweet as a button. Don't rob him. Just don't. It's just taboo in this town.
Have
Oh,
we
don't plan on
robbed
robbing
anyone?
anybody.
Why would you even think that we would?
Are there any places with just random junk stuff?
Junk stuff? The general store is a good place to get things.
Or like what is it called? What do they call it? Like a
pawn shop?
like curios.
Are you looking for magical items or something?
I'm looking for a place where Grim might find magical items that shopkeeper doesn't know that they're magical, but Grim can know.
I couldn't tell you a place like that.
Are there
'cause,
like not junk street people selling things?
I'm sure there are, but
Not something
Maybe
you've looked
not in
into.
this district.
I spend most of my time in Twilight District. I know that there are many bazaars within Twilight Town. There are many fine bazaars within each of the districts, but mostly there's shops around here that are pretty well kept. If you're looking to make a con on somebody, I'd wait till you
No,
do a little bit
not-
more favor.
Not con. I would pay them what they ask for.
You're looking for a hidden bar.
But I'm looking for.
There is no. If you're looking for a bazaar, which is what you would look for a place like this, most establishments they sell what they sell. Yeah, he would have no idea if they accidentally have some magic there because he hasn't been in every store figuring that out. But when it comes to like a bazaar where there's just knickknacks and things and random stuff that who knows what you might find,
Yes, that is what
he tells you that there is one in Lunaris District.
Lunaris
called-
is not.
Yeah, you don't have access to that right now.
Okay.
But it is called the Lotus Circle. In the Lotus Circle, there is a marketplace filled with bazaars that is run by Fey folk.
Okay. Then Grim just needs armor. Then we'll go to this blacksmith.
What was the name of the blacksmith? Again?
Still
It
River.
was Steelwind Ironworks. No, Steel River Ironworks.
Take me to Steel River Ironworks.
Alright, well, we'll see you around, Carol. Thanks for all the help.
Fair enough. And guys, if you have anything specific you're looking for, I have a long list of shop names.
Yeah, I need a jewelry store, and you've already mentioned a smith that I could go to.
Grim needs a breastplate.
Specifically jewelry store, there's not like an actual jeweler's store here.
Place that
There,
would sell
Is there a shop that sells skill gems?
gems.
no.
It's
That would
it's
deal
a
in gems.
cat.
The general store would deal in gems. The Corrupted Kettle, which is an alchemist store, might be interested in your gems.
I'm not looking to sell gems, looking to buy some.
Yeah, general store, Corrupted Kettle. Also, if you wanted to buy gems that were meant for magical purposes, where they keep gems specifically as spell components, you can get them at the magic shops in the area, which include the Red Wolf Warehouse and Eagleman's.
Of course. Of course, there's an Eagleman's.
Go on the
Go
Eagleman's, folks.
Try the general store for what I'm looking for.
All right, so where are you guys headed first? Or are you splitting up?
I'm splitting off. I have a personal project I'd like to
This
do.
is when it would be good to have the multiplus plus ultra.
I will stick with Grindan if he has a map, and
Since you
or
guys
doesn't
did
want
not
company.
decide which tavern you were going to finish off at.
No. We'll all meet back at the hidden bar. Huh?
Okay.
Is that the one with the boobies?
No. Well, maybe.
No.
They might both have boobies. I don't know, but that was not its pitch selling point.
What was the smith? Steel River what?
Steel
Ironworks.
River Ironworks.
Ironworks. Ironworks. Okay.
So Grim and Seti are headed to the blacksmith. I'm going to say that Bropsy is probably also headed to the blacksmith.
I will go with them as well for now.
Okay, so pretty much just Orin splitting off then.
Yep.
At least
All right, so
currently.
we'll go ahead and do Orin's first. You're making your way to Black Star Goods, correct?
Is that the general store?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So as you run into Black Star Goods, you find yourself looking at a humble-looking building. The exterior isn't much to look at, but it's got like a nice little sign on the side that says Black Star Goods with a little Black Star emblem at the top of it. It's got like a nice little flower bed outside. It's a very homely shop. It's very, very cute. And as you enter inside, you see that it's a very long counter. And otherwise, it's just everything that you could possibly imagine, just stacked on shelves, spread out throughout. It's a nice little place. And currently, you don't really see anybody in there when you step inside. You see that there is a second floor, and that there you can hear footsteps of somebody moving stuff around up top. But you're welcome to peruse and look for what you will.
I think once I get in there, I'll just be like, good day, anyone working in here?
Yes. Wait a second. And you see this little old decrepit gnome climb his way up to the top of a stool. He sits down and goes, well, welcome to Black Star Goods. You look new.
Why, yes, this is my first time in the city.
Oh, well, welcome. Is there anything in specific you're looking for? I'm more than happy to help you in any way available.
I am hoping so. I'm looking for some very specific gems.
No, Jims. The place to get buff. Yes, head down the street, down to the left, and you'll find lots of weights to lift. Oh,
No,
yes.
no, no.
There's a treadmill there.
Gemstones, sir.
It's new technology. You can walk and walk and walk, but you never go any further.
I think I'm good in that department. I'm actually looking for gemstones.
Oh, sorry, I can't see. You sound like a little whooshy boy, but I can't see properly. Second. And he pulls out bottle cap glasses. He goes, ah, yes, indeed. Look at you, strapping young lad.
Yep. So, gemstones.
Gemstones, right, very buff stones, very well. So, I'll head over here and take a look up here. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? I could try to help you out.
I am looking for an amethyst, a sapphire, an emerald, a ruby, and a topaz. All about the size of a gold coin each.
Oh, that's the size of a gold coin. Oh, we're making something fancy, are we?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Very good, very good. Is there a price you're looking for these things? Like price value for them?
Maybe 25 gold each.
25 gold each? Okay. So you're just looking for some nothing super fancy. Like,
Not just like a round, like gold coin size cut. of
Yeah,
each
so-
gem.
for about that price, you wouldn't be able to get anything faceted. It would just be...
Nope, not looking for faceted. Just want the gem.
Right. Okay. He says, oh, very well. If you're looking on the cheaper side, but it's perfectly fine. I love small transactions. It's the heart of business. Oh, yes. There we go. Look at that. You got a whole rainbow here. Oh, isn't that pretty?
Oh, 125 gold. I think.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yes. That sounds like a fair bargain. Yes, of course. They're just nice little things. Oh, they're good for darling your weapons or something, making them look cool. You know that 75% of killing bad guys is having cool things on the sword. I tell you what, you try to swing the sword and you're not intimidated with your fancy weapons. You bet your rest they're gonna come back strong. Oh, you bet your rest. They're very dangerous. If they don't respect the weapon, they don't respect the weapon wielder. I tell you what. Oh boy.
All right, then. Here's your money.
Oh, sure. Wilfred, Wilfred, can you come count the money? I'm sure you're good for it, but Wilfred will find you if you're not. You watch a Goliath come down the stairs. Yeah, I'll count him. Pleasure doing business with you.
The same. Have a good day.
Yeah, 2,
I'll pick
4,
up my gems and walk out the door.
5.
And then I'll make my way to the smith where everyone else was going.
At the smith, meanwhile, you guys make your way to Steel River Ironworks, which, looking at it itself, it's an open-air smithy. And as you enter through the front and you see the sign that says Steel River Ironworks in common, you walk forward and you see some really exceptionally made weapons, very intricate and very aggressive looking. Like you look at a weapon and instead of it just being like a longsword, it's a longsword with like big teeth on it, like it's a saw blade at the base, and big giant like oversized like anime style weapons hanging out in this place. But they're all really, really well crafted, finely made, and if you touch them, you can tell that like they're balanced as well. And as you enter, you see working at the forge and just completely clad in leather with the big apron, a bugbear. Right. Welcome to Steel River Ironworks.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys go by what time it is, or this guy?
Yeah. What do you want?
Does he have like a storefront where I could kind of browse?
Yeah, so I said there was
Oh,
weapons.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
I'm
you
browsing.
want, just let me know. Try to run away. I'll have your legs.
Sounds good. I'm looking for like medium armor. Like a
You can find
breastplate.
any kind of armor that you can think of.
A nice one.
You,
An enchanted one.
no, it's a blacksmith.
Yeah.
But he has really finely made shit. Okay, like really, really well made. And you might be able to find some of different metal types.
Like adamantine or mithril?
You can look.
I'm looking.
If I'm also here, is it possible for me to get better light armor so I'm not a squishy little ball of Play-Doh?
Oh, hi, welcome back.
I've been here, but I'm also dying.
Oh, dying's not good. Okay, let's see here. I need to pull up. I never had this guy's full inventory list pulled up, so let me pull up this. Because I expect you guys to be like, I need to get this one thing and then move on with your day.
Get studded leather, which would improve your AC a little bit.
That sounds good.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's just standard. Okay, so it is technically. Yeah, you can get anything any basic item, non-magical you can find. Let's see here for adamantine armor.
Yeah, I could go for some adamantine half plate if that's in the OP.
I just didn't have the prices pulled up for it.
Won't half plate give you a penalty?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's find
Breastplate won't.
out. Well, yes.
Half plate will.
Okay.
Also, you can't wear. That's heavy armor.
No, that's medium armor.
No, it's medium armor.
Half plate is
It is?
medium.
Half plate's medium.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I could look for adamantine breastplate.
Okay, 1 second. I need to
Or
get
what,
my item
mithril?
prices.
Mithril half plate? I mean, negating crits is pretty nice, but An extra point of AC could also be quite nice.
Mithril
It's
doesn't
grim.
give bonus AC, it's just super light material.
Right, you don't
Yeah,
get
so-
disadvantage on your stealth for wearing
Yep.
half plate.
What does adamantine give you?
It negates crits against you.
Okay, got it. All right. So you ask and inquire about adamantine or mithril?
Hmm.
I would love to get some mithril half plate.
Making a whole half plate from that is a little difficult, but I could fashion you something up. It's a custom job. I've got a breastplate. That's mithril. Something real light. Ordered off from a ranger, but he ended up not picking it up. So more than happy to sell that to you at a premium, or not premium, at a affordable cost. If you're looking for something like adamantine, I do have a half plate of that. It's fine work. Not cheap though.
How about an adamantine breastplate?
Again, I could fix you up one of those, but I've got a mithril breastplate currently fixed up, ready to go. I could size it for you, have that ready by tomorrow. Or
What would a custom job cost for the mithril half plate?
mithril half plate. That's a lot of mithril. I'd say about 1,400 gold.
Alright, and what about the custom adamantine breastplate?
Custom adamantine breastplate. Again, adamantine in itself is significantly more expensive than what you normally find. I'd say it's going to be about 1,100 gold for that.
Alright. Well, that might be something for the back burner. What about this mithril breastplate you already have?
I already got paid for it once, so I'd sell for about 700.
700? You couldn't shave a little bit off of that? Or a...
That's already a big discount. It's about 800 gold normally.
I bat my eyes at him.
Make your persuasion check.
Such a flirt.
Boyfriend number what?
19.
Huh?
19.
19? He looks at you up and down. His bugbear eyes just placid.
No, 700 seems like a fair price.
You don't
All
care.
right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
How long?
But the
I'm
bugbear
sorry,
is
How
did
not
you
long-
just pay $700 for armor?
Yeah,
Mithril.
How long does it?
it's good.
How long does it take to make adamantine breastplate? How long does that take? You said. Well, you didn't say.
I could get it done in about 3 days.
3 days. And wait, Cleary gave us. We each have a token or no?
We have to go turn them in for money, and then
But they're
But we
1,000
each have
gold.
one. We each have
He
one.
gave you
Okay.
guys 6.
Yeah, I was pretty sure one person had all of
So
them.
yeah, I had the original 3 that he gave us, so I just added 6 more onto my inventory.
So you guys have 9 tokens.
So we have
but
9 total. I figured it'd be easier to trade them in
Okay,
and then
so-
divide up the money.
We'll get plenty more. So Grim will take if you make Grim adamantine breastplate. That Grim will do that.
Yeah. Adamantine breastplate. I'll need about a down payment of half, so 550 gold, and I'll get it working on it for you. Pick it up 3 days, assuming nothing goes wrong. And if there are any specific design aspects you want, I'll be the time to give me some pointers there, and I can give you something you like. Or you could just leave, you know.
You need specific design aspects to break my camera.
700 gold is 70 platinum? Yeah.
Yep.
10. Okay.
I will give him. I have 710 gold pieces. I'll clear out some of those. I'll give him the 550 and
All right. Well, I'll get started on this for you.
Yeah, you just make it so that it fits Grim and it'll be good. I don't care what it looks like.
Take about 10 minutes here. I'll get your measurements. Make sure Clarice's customers are serviced first, and make sure I get you nice and fitted.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you all need? Around this time, Baron, you show up.
Do you happen to have any
You're all here still.
bracers?
I mean, I got bracers, all kinds. Made out of leather, made out of metal, made out of hide. Untanned.
Probably of the metal variety, just
Yeah, sure. There's some bracers over there. You can take a look.
and then also I'm gonna put the warhammer that I've been carrying around. Just like, I need to get rid of this.
Yes. It's just a regular Warhammer, right?
Yeah, it's just a warhammer that we picked up.
Yeah, seems like a pretty good condition.
I have an old rapier, actually. And I take that out and put it on the counter as well.
I'm gonna like whisper like arrows.
And we have lots of really good arrows. If you've got customers that would prize a really, really good
Yeah,
arrow.
I could always use a few arrows. Well, I'll give you about 50 gold for his Warhammer. I like the style of it.
Fine by me.
And about 15 gold here for this rapier.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Pleasure doing business.
All right, so these arrows we've got, and
Just pull out. I'm gonna just reach in and pull out one out of the bag and just set down one to start with.
Just like a regular arrow?
No, the fancy arrow.
Oh, okay.
Plus 3 arrows.
He
But
looks
I
at
only
it and he
set down.
goes,
I set down one of them. I don't let her finish saying how many.
Oh, hell on a hell. That's a damn fine arrow. Craftsmanship's elven. It's
Yeah.
enchanted, huh?
yes, excellent work. Very, very good arrows.
Yeah, that's second.
he takes a little wood block and he presses it on the tip and he watches the entire thing splits in half.
Shit. Arrow like that's worth a pretty penny. I don't have that much. I can probably give you about 300 gold for this one.
Would you be interested in more of them?
You got more than one. Yeah, I'll take them off your hands.
Well, how many can you afford, or would you be willing to pay for?
What? I mean, how many do you have? These things are rare as hell.
I'm gonna pull out 9 more
Holy shit.
and set that and just leave it at that.
So 3,000 gold? Yeah, I could swing 3K.
If it's getting a little too
So
much for you,
casual about
sir,
it.
if you could possibly line up a buyer, I'm sure we could get you some sort of finder's fee for the sale.
Wait, for what?
If you can line up a buyer for the arrows.
I can buy your arrows. 3,000 gold, 10 arrows.
All right, well, we appreciate it.
What would you give for? I'm gonna pull out 1 normal arrow. What do you give for normal arrows?
Oh, I don't know. 5 silver? No, less than that. How much is an arrow?
they don't have prices. At least not individually. Oh no.
Crap.
A single regular arrow is half a gold piece.
Yeah, so I was right. 5 silver.
I don't know, 5 silver. They're in good condition. Again, elven made. Fine
Can I
craftsmanship.
dump out every single one of our regular arrows onto the but like
That's a
How
lot,
many
right?
is it?
How many? It's
It's like 700
I think
arrows.
I don't know,
we have like more than
132.
700 of them. Yeah.
but we don't need those at all. Like at all.
maybe just
It's like, shit, I'm going to be selling some good arrows. That's 350, 360 gold. No, it's like because he needs to make a profit. I'll give you 300 gold for all these arrows.
all right. So 3,300 gold for the 10 enchanted ones, and then the 732 regular ones.
Oh, 732?
In fact, I'll give you 350 for him.
All right, so 3,350 gold.
Yeah.
Pawn Stars, Selindor edition.
Shopping episodes happen.
Hey, I'm trying to clean out our inventory a little bit of stuff. We don't.
And what about you, Bird? You want to buy anything?
That's 670 gold apiece.
Would there be other places I could get enchanted studded
Absolutely.
leather?
Well, there's places that might have enchanted studded leather.
Did you say 650 each?
Let me double check that because I forgot already.
You said 670.
Yes, 670 each.
Okay.
So I am looking for something to raise the AC, like bracers of defense, but I don't know if he has anything of that nature.
Nah. I got braces. If you're looking for something enchanted, that ain't my
I don't
game.
have any magical
And I
stuff.
can sell you some of the fanciest braces you ever damn seen. Great craftsmanship. And I got a friend over at Red Wolf's. Well, it is Red Wolf. Red Wolf can enchant it for you, but it ain't cheap.
Do you know generally what his
enchant
price
what you
I
make?
don't know shit about enchantments.
Probably
Oh.
in like the tens of thousands. Just, I've never bought enchanted goods, but I know the enchanting processes.
Maybe I'll go swing by there and talk to.
You can always come back here if you don't find anything
Yeah,
there. And you
well,
Yeah,
let's
decide
take
feel
a
free
look
to
and
swing
we'll be
back
back.
by. You guys make me a lot of fucking money.
Pleasure doing business with you.
All right, what about you, Bright Man?
I was wondering if it's possible to use your facilities to craft something myself.
What? Are you looking for like an apprenticeship or something?
Oh no, I'm already an accomplished blacksmith myself. I just can't
Yeah,
carry a
sure.
smithy around with me.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Out of curiosity to see what you make, if you're with these fellas, y'all bring me a lot of money, a lot of business. Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't get in my way, man, yeah, you can have yourself some time in the forge.
Perfect.
All right, well, let me get this furball measured up, and you can get started yourself if you want to get forging.
Right.
I don't suppose you want to buy my old armor. I mean, the stuff I'm wearing right now. After I change out of it, of course.
I mean, yeah, some perf will probably want it. Anyways,
Before anyone leaves, I need to take some measurements of each of you.
Everyone just gives Arn a weird look.
Mainly just
Since I know Aaron, is this what? Is this what I think it's weird?
I'm only going to be measuring everyone's head size.
Okay, but my question is, does Ropsy think this is weird knowing you?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you've never seen me smith anything because
Okay,
didn't do
Ropsy's
that.
gonna be doing another little head tilt thing. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright. Sure.
And I'll take measurements of everyone's head size.
all right, well, you can have the furball when I'm done measuring him out.
Oh, no problem. I can do
Yeah, all right,
that.
so you guys spend the next X amount of time measuring each other. I'll be right back.
But he's like, as you're measuring her head, she's like, should I ask what this is for? Or do I not want to know?
Yeah, I'm curious what you've got up your sleeves.
And if you say it's a surprise, that doesn't make me any less nervous.
Well, it will be a surprise, but I think it'll be useful down the road.
Alright.
Hmm.
There's a lot of silence. Something awkward happening while I'm gone, or?
We're getting our heads measured.
He's measuring our heads, and we're all just like, okay.
You guys are getting really close this session. Y'all took a bath together.
We've seen each other naked. Yeah.
Does-
yeah,
Very close.
Does this shop have some facilities like a restroom or something I could step into and change my clothes real quick to sell my armor.
No. I mean, there's like a tarp over there. But we ain't got a shitter here. It's a smithy.
Well, do you mind if I just real quick?
Yeah, do what you want.
All right, so she goes back there, and
Just
actually,
watch out for gnomes.
I watch out for gnomes.
There are no gnomes peeking at you.
All right.
What the fuck?
I mean, I have clothes on under my armor, but I take the armor off.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a, I mean, it just got cleaned, but quick once over. And actually, now that I know that Seti has costume clothes in her inventory, she's gonna change into an elven-made dress that's like sleeveless and kind of made out of like this gossamer. Oh god, I know the fabric name. The tulle, maybe? I don't know. With like some leather accents, kind of like around the neckline and the waist, and the leather accents are like this dark charcoal color, and then the.
That's my fine dress.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
get
I
excited
can
about clothes, guys.
buy that off you.
So Seti comes out wearing her nice elven dress, and
Ooh.
then plops the leather armor.
Sorry, I'm a bird. I have to.
I legitimately don't remember how much leather armor is worth, so I'll give you 10 gold for it.
That's exactly what it costs when it's new. So.
Yeah, like I said, some pervert will probably buy that.
All right. Well, it's had some damage to it recently, but it served me very well. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Also, it smells a little bit like flowers. Like I said, big market out here.
I can imagine, and with maybe rather not. Well, thank you.
Right. Well, if you're all heading over to Red Wolf, to let you know, let them know Zach sent you.
Will
I'm
do.
sure he'll treat you well.
Thank you for. Which way from here is his place?
Oh, he's just down the street back towards the Twilight Gate.
Thank you. And Mitnir will head that way.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck, dude. I'll get that to you in 3 days there, Furball.
Okay.
Swing by around then.
And him and Oren, I guess, get to work on making stuff.
All right.
Multipass. Remind me in 3 days to pick up armor.
In 3 days, you will get an alarm for armor. Plus, yes, to accept. Jesus.
Don't know. Just play.
All right.
He's just gonna ask it for help with everything to see if it actually helps.
So, where are you guys going to next? So, you went to the blacksmith. You went.
Obviously, we
and
have
you wanted
to
to
go
go to a magic shop. There's Red Wolf Warehouse and then there's Egelman's.
Egelman's. I have to go to Egelman's.
Oh boy.
I have to. No, nobody has to come with me if they don't want to. I'm going.
No, I'm.
I'm on my way to Red
May
Wolf.
as well.
All right. So.
Grim will go wherever the most people go, I guess. He doesn't really care.
I mean, Egelman's or Red Wolf. One, you got the bird and the
right.
half elf going to one, and you've got the dragonborn going to the other.
I like how you're not saying our names. You're just like.
Well, if he's
The
going with the
bird.
most people, then that would be me and Propsy.
I'm giving him the grim explanation. It's the bird and the.
So
Fair.
he'll go with the bird and the half elf.
All right. So in that case, since it's quicker, we'll go ahead and do Mitnir first. We'll do Mitnir first.
The dragonborn.
All right. So you
And the bugbear was Zach, right? That's what we said.
Yes,
Zax.
Zach.
Zax.
Oh, so
Zax.
we got rid of all the plain arrows, and we got rid of 10 of the good arrows. So I'll mark that down.
All right. So you walk in to this place, and it's pretty small. It's a pretty small warehouse workshop. warlike. But again, it's in pretty decent repair. On the door, it just has a red wolf, like howling in front of the moon emblem. That's all it has. No signs or anything marking it other than just what's on the door. As you walk and enter, the little bell chimes inside. And you hear, I'll be right with you.
Okay, kind of looks around like, where'd that come from?
And you watch as a really short, cute female creature walks towards you, humanoid in body, but covered in fur, with a large bushy tail and red rings around her eyes.
Hi.
She says, "Hi, I'm Pup.
You're Pup. Right.
You here for purchasing?"
Maybe. Inquiry, I guess.
Well, welcome to Red Wolf! Woohoo! She gestures around. She says, "The best place to buy anything magical in all of Twilight Town. Fuck Hagelman's."
Oh, you doing competition or?
We're a mom and pop shop. Well, a pop and kid shop. But the point is that they're full of themselves over at Eagleman, and they're just this big conglomerate who just runs everything, and they think they're so good.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound good.
My master's the best. That's quite enough of that. You watch as a gnoll walks out with wizened glasses on his snout and a very fine suit. It just looks ridiculous on a gnoll. Just walks in and says, "Hello there. I'm here to inquire about my wares, sir."
Yes.
Calm down and get behind the desk.
I was just at a smith, but I'm not one. Kind of looks down at himself for really wearing much armor in a fight. But I was wondering if you may have something that could help me out without being as constricting as, armor.
Fair enough, yes. So you're talking about something like maybe a cloak of protection or gauntlets, mind you, braziers?
Preferably something passive that doesn't require me to join with it, so to say.
Oh, right. I know what you mean. It requires a little bit less commitment from you. Ha ha! Those needy items, am I right?
Very, very much at times. But Zax said that you may have things, so I'm new in town and
I do, in fact, have what you're looking for. I believe you're looking for these bracers of defense, correct?
I've heard of those before, yes.
Yes, they cost quite a pretty penny, but they are useful to a strapping lad such as yourself.
Is this one of those if I need to ask the price I can't afford it type deals, or?
That's quite possible, friend. But I would just say, it is worth it to defend yourself, should you be able to pull the scrap together.
Right, well, yeah, it's not more about defending myself, it's more about defending those behind me.
I like you. Tell you what, I'll give it to you without making a profit, just at price. 7,000 gold.
You're right.
See if he has a layaway plan.
It's like, that is outside of my range currently. But knowing you have it, I will probably return to buy them at some point in the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do like the way you are. Remind me of my younger self, just more scale than fur.
Yeah, Minnu's kind of going,
I'll make sure to keep one in stock for you, just in case, so we never run out. I make them all the time, you see. They're one of my best sellers.
Do you also do custom enchantments?
I do. Time-consuming indeed, depending on the enchantment of the item.
Well, I was just curious. if we were to come across things that could be enchanted, always having opportunities to improve items that we like would be
Very much so. Yes, I'm very capable of enchanting an item. One that's already been enchanted, much more difficult to stack enchantments. So, quite a process. But I will say I'm capable of doing it. So, find anything of interest that you really want done. It's not cheap. But should you be able to acquire the materials necessary, say from delving, then I think I could cut you some slack based on the appropriate materials being brought.
down into those labyrinth ruins that were mentioned.
Yes. Current ones are, well, they're not quite as tricky as they've been in the past, so I think a young adventurer such as yourself could probably make a pretty penny.
Well, I apologize for not being able to buy anything today, but I very much appreciate.
No problem. I will say, if you really want to make it ahead, Black and Devil's Adventure Co. They're a guild here around here. They specialize in delving and mapping, exploring the ruins. They'll be holding to any house, any district, anything like that. What's important to them is simply bringing those goods and selling to them to interested parties. I'm sure you can make quite a penny doing that.
I'll keep that in mind and share that information with my friends. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm just going to leave 10 gold on the counter as I head out the door.
Thank you. And he takes it and says, mark down 10 gold off his next purchase.
Okay.
And then I'm going to head for the hidden boar place.
Okay, so you're just gonna head to the end. All right. Meanwhile, at Eagleman's, you guys approach the biggest building in the district. The entire town of Twilight stands in awe upon this massive structure, and it says Eagleman's, and there's a small sign below it that says a totally human shopping experience. It is a massive store filled to the brim with people in and without. And as you enter, you see, there's just a myriad of different people shopping and looking at things. There's knickknacks here and there and everywhere.
Well, Eagleman's is like the Walmart of this world. Apparently. So Seti walks in and just kind of looks around for some kind of proprietor, possibly our friend himself.
All right, so behind the desk, you do see that there is a tall, slender, older-looking gentleman who, though he's talking, his jaw moves, but his face doesn't seem to move with it. Stands behind the counter, but his face is quite a bit different than Archibald's.
Also, we forgot about our pets.
Yes, where are they?
I'm worrying about your pets too, so I'm just going to say that Bropsy is with them and got permission to have. Well, I don't know about. You would have had to pay 20 gold for the
Corpse.
the undead. For the undead.
Okay, then we paid 20 gold for the undead.
Yeah, but the
And then
other
after
one,
you paid 20 gold for the undead. Fuck that shit.
No,
the other
I
one,
paid
the other one, there was a. Oh, Bropsy, you weren't here.
Hmm.
All right, hold on a second. Would you like a pass, a multi-pass plus, or multi-pass plus ultra?
this is basically
Excuse me?
this is your passport to the city. So the multi-pass was 100 gold. It's basically just a passport that tells them which districts you're allowed to visit and stuff.
Okay.
The plus has a map on it, and that's what Oren got. And then the plus ultra also has a sending stone so that you can talk to other people that have.
And it has
ultra.
apps.
It's a cell phone. So you want to buy a cell phone? Do you want to buy a map of the city with the passport, or do you just want a
Flip
passport?
phone.
Well, how much do they cost?
1,000 for
1,000
the
gold for
ultra,
the cell phone one. 500
500 for the middle one.
500 for the middle one. 500 for the ultra. 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 And then 100 for the low one, and 20 gold for the day pass, which I don't recommend because it's not worth it. That's for people who are visiting and have to pay the tariff.
So somebody already got a map, and
Arn has
So I
the
already
map
got the
one.
map one.
I got the 500 gold one.
Grim got the 1,000 gold.
gold one, and the other two got the 100 gold ones.
look at the 100 gold. I think that'll satisfy us.
Cool. And then you had to pay 20 gold, or sorry, 30 gold for your pet.
Oh, why is mine more expensive than the dead person?
Because it's not a person.
Wow.
I assume that they just bought a day pass for the zombie as opposed to buying.
Fine.
Buying her own.
That was
multi-pet.
130 gold. I no longer have 1069 gold.
Oh no.
This is an
Did you
atrocity.
add 670?
What?
Nah, I doubt it. You guys made 670 gold since you've been in town.
Selling the
Ah.
arrows at the guys.
Not even the arrows. We sold 10 of the arrows.
So
Yeah,
10 of
we have-
those.
Well, we
We have
sold all the big
42 more.
Yeah.
They're 500 gold each.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
but
on.
you still-
I'm doing
yeah.
math. So I had 1069 plus 670 and then minus 130 for
Yeah.
pass. Okay.
If you're doing it in D&D Beyond, you can just add, like, type it in the gold, add it, and then type in the gold and remove it. Do the math for you.
Oh, that's too much brain. I just used to do a little calculator.
Yeah,
It's
bracers and
fine.
defense are 7,000 gold though. Base.
Now, okay, now it's 1609. There's still a 69 in there. So.
All right, cool. All right, so you do see this individual behind the counter.
Right. So I approach. I take my contract that was written up out of my bag and smooth it out on the surface, and I'm like, "Hello, I traveled with Mr. Egelman on the pass to the Mithril, and made a deal with him. This contract here, you can see that we both signed it. But we were attacked and separated, and now many weeks have passed, and I would like to be reimbursed for the down payment I made on the rapier, which I no longer need. It's all right here.
Well, isn't that something? Interesting. Archibald Egelman signed it, did he? What an interesting fellow. Well, I'll tell you what. I can reimburse you. I believe that you put a down payment of half 1,000 gold. Yes?
Yes, I gave a 500 gold ruby. A ruby worth 500 gold. I do not need a ruby back.
Very well. And is that it? Was that what you did with 500 gold down payment?
Mhm.
It's like, well, I can give it to you as store credit, or I can give it to you as actual gold reimbursement. Should you desire.
I'll
It's
take
completely up to you.
I'll take the actual gold for now, but I'm definitely going to browse around the store and maybe wind up spending it. But I'll take it in my pocket for the moment.
Good, Caspian will take care of you at the register.
Thank you.
You walk over and you see a very handsome, dashing young man whose face doesn't move with his jaw.
Uh-huh.
Hello, I'm Caspian Egelman. Welcome. I believe you have a receipt here for 500 gold. Wonderful. I shall definitely get that for you. Post haste.
Thank you.
Very good.
Perhaps he's gonna whisper in Sethi's ear. Do you think their family is cursed?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought maybe they were just like a strange race of people, like, I'd never met the Firbolg before.
I have so many questions, but you can't just ask somebody, what are you? I want to so bad.
So as he comes
we
back
looked up.
and hands me my gold or whatever.
It's a very good question what I am, dearie.
Another one behind you.
I had a feeling.
Like crazy Einstein hair and like his face. Same thing, doesn't move, just the jaw.
It's a very good question what I am, young lady. But to tell you the truth, I am Jeremiah Egelman.
Well, that's a name. That's not what you are.
Well, I'm one of many Eaglemans that you'll find throughout Selindor.
Where are
We've established that.
where
Yep.
are
Well,
you?
it's quite clear that I'm very much human.
Not buying it, dude.
See my fleshy skin? And how it wiggles.
Yes, it's very good. Where are you all from?
Impressive indeed. What?
Where are you all from? Can I ask?
Well, we're from the homeland of the Eaglemans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other customers to annoy.
Yeah.
You there, you're wondering what I am, aren't you? This is the next customer.
I forgot how annoying these guys were.
You have to ignore Jeremiah.
Yeah,
I,
I'm
Gregory
Jeremiah.
Eagleman, am the purveyor of this establishment. Truly I am. Caspian may be more important in the ranks, but I say, I, Gregory, am in fact the person to help you the most. Now, let my human hands guide you. What is it you're looking for?
Have you heard about Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. Is it a type of spice? We have spices galore.
Oh no, it's a really old story. You see, there was this boy who really, really, really wanted to be human. 'Cause he wasn't. But he just really wanted to be, and he wanted it so hard that, long story short, he ended up getting to become human.
Like Krubja. Sort of.
You see his face is just completely placid. And he's just like,
Well, what
I'll
a weird
hold
kid.
out faith for you.
What a weird kid. Glad he's human. Being human's the best.
So, I mean, let's shop, guys. What do we want? What are we in the market for? Maybe
Well,
some-
me, old Gregory here will be happy to assist you.
I have a stick, and I don't think I can upgrade my stick.
Really?
So,
you mentioned you
Of course you
wanted
can. You want a quarterstaff? Great. We've got plenty of those.
enchanted armor.
Mm-hmm.
Some studded leather that maybe has been enchanted would be
Yes.
nice.
I would
In
like
fact, if you're talking about leather armor, I've got studded glamour armor.
what is that?
Well, you see, not only is it very good at defending you, much better than your regular studded leather, but also it has this beautiful, beautiful function of allowing you to change its appearance any way you want.
Oh, how much is that?
That's a good question. Give me just 1 second. I have a price there here.
Do you guys have an
2,000
SD
gold.
card where your brain should... 2,000?
2,000 gold. This is a
Um,
+1 item. So it's a +1 studded leather armor that also you can speak its command word to change it to look like a normal set of clothing or any kind of armor you could imagine. You can include its color, style, and accessories.
So 2,000 is 200 platinum?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna write this down so I can think about things.
It's a pretty good price, actually. For
Yes, we can
Okay, so-
afford great prices because we are
so-
great human adventuring purveyor of goods.
For the inexperienced D&D'er, so that's normal studded leather AC with extra. What's the plus one?
it's just
It's
one
plus one
extra
defense.
AC.
Plus one.
+1 AC.
Okay.
So whatever your roll is, it'll add an additional +1.
Okay.
Do you have much in the way of like rings or amulets?
Or
Of
shields.
course we do. We have all kinds of things.
Boots, cloaks? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're right with that shit. What do you want?
Boots. Let's look at boots.
Boots! Give me a second. What are you looking for in these boots of yours, huh?
Something that helps you get around better, or you know, I don't know. What do you have?
Let's see here. I got these boots of hoppity hops. If you're interested in those? They ensure that your speed is 30 feet of movement per walking in 6 seconds. But also, your speed isn't reduced when you're encumbered or wearing heavy armor. Ooh, very nice. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance. You can't jump further than your remaining movement will allow. That's one pair. Got another one over here somewhere. Let me get to that page that I have the things on. And that's an expensive pair of boots. We've also got these here boots of Zumi.
Boots of Zumi.
Yes, that's right. You just click your heels and away you go back home, Dorothy. I'll tell you what, they make you move twice as fast as before. And if a creature tries to attack you, while you're running away, they have disadvantage to hit you. Wow, that's great.
Those are
Yeah,
both really cool, but maybe not what I'm looking to spend my money on.
Well, if that's not going to do it for you, how about these boats of floaty floats? These are some real nice humdingers. They let you levitate.
Well, we just saw a witch do some levitating, and it really wasn't that useful.
Well, that's as far as I've got for boots today.
That's fine.
They also help you get around. I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Shields?
Shields. Well, we've got shields coming out of our ears. Oh, that's right. Yes, we do.
Are you having fun doing this voice?
No, I'm not. All right, let's see here. What shields do we have today? Oh, look at this. This is a pointy stick shield. That's right. A pointy stick shield is very powerful. Oh, yes, look at it. It's a very good one against being attacked by pointy sticks hurled at you from a distance. Other than that, it's pretty much normal. But also, whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack against a target within 5 feet of you, you can use a reaction to become the target instead. It intervenes for those that have a lower armor class.
Who has a lower armor class?
I have no idea. That's a nice one that I have. And then I have...
How much is that one?
Sounds like a shield of missile attraction or something.
It is an arrow-catching shield, and it is 5,000 gold.
Yeah, fuck that.
Let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, this is my favorite. It is, in fact, not a shield, but something much better. You can use this particular item. It is a brooch, and the brooch itself makes you resistant to force damage. Isn't that fancy?
How much is that?
7,000 gold.
Nope.
Well, Grim,
I do have one thing here. This shield is just great at shielding. It makes all other shields look like they have no idea what's going on. This shield here can really defend you 3 times as well as an armor shield.
That one's got to be expensive.
Yes, indeed. This here shield, and he pulls it out, and it's the most gorgeous shield you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in a myriad of sizes. It'll change for its user.
It costs a kidney, doesn't it?
No, a kidney? That's ridiculous. It costs 20,500 gold.
How many kidneys do you think I have?
I don't know what you're talking about kidneys for. This costs
How many kidneys do humans have?
6, right?
No.
Well, I do, because I'm a very efficient human.
Well,
would you donate some kidneys to me then, so I can afford
of course
this?
not. I'm not running a charity.
See,
Grim, what did you want to look at here?
If I can find my mute button. Grim just coming along so he doesn't get lost. Grim doesn't want any of this expensive
okay.
stuff.
Alright. Well, before we call it a loss, I would like to see your rings and amulets.
What are you interested in? We have all kinds of rings, lady.
Well, I don't know, like a ring that has spells in it of some kind, or helps you.
Very interesting. I'm more than this is actually this is one of the other Egamons that's helping you.
Rings that help you stay alive, rings that help you
Rings that
not
help you
get
stay
hit in the
alive.
first place.
Well, I've got here a ring that is very, very potent. It's the ring of super shields. Big boom. As you can see, it is a ring band that has a shield on it. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's called a layman's term. Sorry, I have to do this. Archibald makes us do this. It's called a ring of protection.
Right. Sure. How much for that one?
3,000 gold.
Hang on, I have to do math. I could just swing it.
What does the ring of protection do?
Plus one easy.
And saving throws.
Yep.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Very well. How would you like that packaged, madam?
On my finger.
Oh. Well, what a lucky lass. You're really treating yourself here. There you go.
Wait. Can I have it so I can put it on somebody's finger?
You can buy it for 3,000 gold.
Hang on, I'm juggling my money.
If you want to buy it for 3,000 gold and then put it on Seti's finger, go for it.
Seti,
Sorry.
Seti just says, on my finger, and then she stands there waiting.
Wait. Can I? Okay, if you're gonna do it like that, I'm gonna like put my hands out and like grab it when he's like reaching out, and then I put on the finger. Will he let me do that?
Says, excuse me, madam, you're not purchasing this item. This woman
let-
here is.
Let me.
Thank
Pardon
you,
me, madam.
Brapsy.
Do we what?
I say thank you, Brapsy.
Okay, well, he says, whatever makes you happy, you weird creeps. Eagleman's the best store in town.
I feel
Yes, he has a
stronger
ring.
already.
I'm trying to flirt with my fake girlfriend. Damn it!
Oh, man. He really is a
That's what
heartbreaker.
they're doing.
Seti has no idea.
Said he's got digits in every area code.
Okay, cool. Ring of protection. Oh, I have to attune. Oh no! Hang on.
Wait. Does my does anything I have need attunement? I don't remember ever hearing that.
It'll
Any of
be
your equipment.
Yeah, it'll
There
say
are a couple things that require attunement.
I mean, Seti, the armor you bought, what's the AC on it?
14.
Okay, so that's actually okay. I was just looking. I was like, you're tied for the highest AC right now.
Oh.
It's about to go up another point when I
It's-
attune.
But I have an attunement slot open. Does the armor
do.
require attunement?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't know if it does or not.
Did you buy magic armor?
Yeah,
it
she bought-
sounds
no,
it
she
sounds
didn't
good
buy
to
it.
me. Does it sound good?
The glamored studded leather?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
then I'll get it.
magic studded leather with a bonus.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good.
You,
It is a good price. Was it 2,000 gold? It's a good price.
2,000.
If you're gonna get that, I'll add it to your sheet for you.
Okay.
So you're going to buy that?
So the shrunken head is back up for grabs, by the way. I'm not going to be attuned to it anymore if anybody wants the shrunken
So-
head.
The what?
The
Shrunken
Oh, the
head.
shrunken head. Ugh.
Wasn't that only usable by warlock?
Nope.
No, anyone
It's
could
usable
use
anyway.
it.
no, the thing
Yeah.
that's usable by Warlock and Druid is the
cauldron
actual
that,
cauldron that we were
You just
drawing
have to
for.
be attuned to it, but it can it will detect magical items for you.
Oh,
tell you
right.
about them.
And the armor drop seed is not required attunement.
Cool.
Oh, cloaks! Do we have time to look at cloaks?
Cloaks, of course, cloaks.
During their shopping thing, I'm going through the book right now.
Well, very well. Here, look, I've got a cloak that's very much like the ring you just bought, but it's a cloak. How wonderful.
And your AC went up by 2, Brapsy. It's now 16.
I don't need the cloak, but is the cloak the same price as the ring?
No, it's actually more expensive.
Okay, good. Then I made the
Why?
right decision.
Why? Because it's a cloak.
It's a lot more material.
That's way more to enchant.
And
I didn't realize that enchanting a single item was based on the
square footage? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all about that square footage. I do have another cloak here.
I didn't realize D&D
It's
is
called
imperial
the
measurement.
Spoopy cloak.
Oh, yeah, I do. The fucking what now?
The Spoopy cloak.
Is that the bat one?
Do I want to know?
It is made of black silk, interwoven with faint silvery threads. Now, while you wear it, first of all, you're very resistant to being poisoned. Very powerful. You have a climbing speed equal to how quickly you can walk. Isn't
Yeah.
that something?
I mean, I fly, so.
Move up, down, across vertical surfaces, upside down on ceilings, while leaving your hands free. That's right, walk up, down, and around walls. You can't be caught in a web of any sort, and you can move through webs as if they were difficult terrain instead.
This sounds really
Quite
cool, but
interesting. You can use an action to cast the web spell.
not really what I was looking for.
Quite potent. It is, in fact, the Spoopy cloak.
Probably very poopy expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, it's a fair 5,000 gold. But
I have wings. I'm okay.
it's quite a nice cloak. Look at it. It even has this. Flips up the giant collars.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and for the ring. I feel stronger already. Nothing's going to gore me in the stomach now. For a while, probably. Hopefully.
Very nice. I am Nathaniel Eagleman.
Thank you, Nathaniel, and all of the other Eaglemans. Is
Oh, it's very good to do business with you. Welcome to the Twilight Town Eaglemans.
I turned to the other two. I'm like, that's it for. I mean, is there anything else?
Oh yes,
Selindor.
have a wonderful whatever.
Let's just go to the inn.
Oh, Grim, you should tell Cleary that that's where we're staying. So if he wants to come visit us or hang out or whatever.
Oh, that's right. We can talk. How do I do this again? Call Cleary.
New phone, who did?
Hello, and you can see his face appears inside where the map usually is.
There he is.
Hi, Cleary.
Oh, hi, Seti.
No, if you want to talk to Seti, Seti has to buy her own.
Oh,
We are going back to the inn. Which inn? Wait, hold on. Seti, which one inn are we going to?
The Hidden Boar.
We're going to the hidden boar.
Oh, right, good, hidden ball. Hey, guys, really good news. There, in fact, is a University of Phoenix here, and guess what? I'm not in trouble.
Why would you be in trouble?
And I disappeared for a week and a half. But that's not important. What's important is I can learn quite a bit. So if you have any questions, I can try to put in with some of the other departments here at the academy. So,
I have a question about math.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm great.
Amazing.
We'll meet you at the inn. All right, Cleary. Goodbye.
All right, bye now. Terry.
How do I turn it off? Is
It's
it off?
Yeah.
How do I answer this thing?
Well,
Can I...
Hmm.
I just
your
want to
math
ask about my AC before I forget about it.
your AC went up by 2 with your armor.
I know, but it's
It was 14. It is now 16.
okay. But is that right? Because hold up, studded leather is 12 plus 1 is 13 plus my dex is 16 plus I have a shield which is plus 2, right? So
Do you have the shield equipped?
You don't have
The
a
important
shield
question
on D&D
is-
Beyond, which is why it's not.
The question is,
Okay.
can you equip a shield and a quarterstaff?
Yeah, quarterstaff is
yeah.
versatile.
Yeah, you can use one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
So
you can.
have a regular
you just
shield.
have to
right?
have. You have to have hands free for casting.
So at this point, as the frontliner, I have the lowest AC.
It's
So
that's
ones
the trouble with
that have,
barbarians sometimes. Yeah, once
ones
everyone
that
else
have
starts gearing up.
somatic casting, like, could be difficult depending on the intensity of the spell. Somatic could be troublesome if you were holding your quarterstaff and casting.
Well, yeah, quarterstaff and a shield might be difficult.
Yeah, a quarterstaff and a shield. Then somatic spell casting.
Well,
could be
so like
difficult.
the way I see it with Seti is like the shield is like one of those small like bucklers,
strapped
basically.
on?
Yeah, like it's strapped on. There's no holding, so like her hand is still free to.
Right.
Well, for you, you're-
D&D says no, because otherwise I could
D&D
do the same thing with a two-handed weapon.
yeah, he could have a buckler and a two-handed sword.
As far as D&D says, is shield equal hand.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I could use it, but I'd have to drop it for somatic casting.
Yeah, or just put away your quarterstaff as a bonus action. But
Oh,
also, if you're using your spellcasting focus is something that you're carrying in your hand, then
my staff is my spell focus.
it's your spellcasting focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I allow it when your spellcasting focus is the thing that's in your hand.
Oh, okay. So yeah, my AC is 18 now. Yay!
Oh, that's what the
So,
Warcaster feat is for. Actually, it lets you cast spells with weapons or shields in your hand.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
Nice. But it is after 9,
Yeah.
and similarly tired, and there are the babies.
Yeah, all right. So thanks, guys, so much for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and end our session there for today in the middle of shopping. That's right. No
Well,
going
we're
to the
done
wars
shopping,
yet.
and we all meet up back at the inn, and we'll
Going to
pick up
the
there
end.
next
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
No, there's too much to describe for the hidden war.
Okay.
So we'll just go
Well, we're
ahead and end our
headed there.
session
Yeah.
where they step out of Eaglemans and find out that there are multiple branches of Eaglemans throughout Selindor. And there are many more Eaglemans.
Yeah.
Oh
The
no.
mystery of the Eagleman deepens. And we'll see you guys next week.